Yeah. So that's actually what they're talking about right now. Is
we've been
the Atla live action.
We've just been talking about anime live actions in general, I think, at this point, because we're trying to
Yeah.
compare
Yeah, but
the
it did
Atla
start
one
there. It did
to
start
something else. Yeah, and just kind of going off of that. But yeah, that is what we've been talking about.
By the way, says that the fight scenes have been all right so far, which
I binged it all today.
But is Sokka starting off as a misogynistic jerk so he can have a good redemption arc? That's my question. Because in book one of Avatar, he is a dick. Like, he just is.
He really
He's
is.
a misogynistic jerk. And by book three, he's the best character.
I think somebody made the joke, it's like, instead of sexist, they made him racist. Straight up, because he's like, this dude's an outsider, and we shouldn't trust him. And I'm like, that's a fair point.
Are they pronouncing it Ong?
No, it's Aang.
Okay.
I did it out of reflex because I talk about the fucking movie that doesn't exist so much.
It's not real. The M. Night Shyamalan did. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
But like, that's shown a couple times. It's like, dude, after the Fire Nation invaded, pretty much every country or every country nation. Thank you. That's what I meant. We're like, dude, we're not leaving anymore. We're staying where we're at, like with our people, because you can't trust them Fire Nation people because they'll just invade. And then the Fire Nation is very much like some of them are like, we'll show you that fire benders are the superior benders, and like we're the superior nation. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Okay,
drawing that
player.
parallel.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, that does kind of happen, though. And that is kind of the whole, like, Fire Nation attempting to, like, gain dominance thing anyways. It's just not spelled out necessarily that, like, explicitly in the show.
They're very imperialist, but they don't have, like...
Yeah.
They have different parallels. That's what
Main learning from
like
Kyoshi.
I don't know. I feel that imperialism often comes with the superiority complex inherent in it and in its actions, because imperialism often shows that the invaders, the conquerors, deserve a right to rule because they are just inherently better than the people they are conquering.
I agree with that. I'm just saying there's different shades.
Sure.
They have a very specific shade that's not like Nazi-esque. It's more like more Eastern imperialist, right?
Sure.
But
You were reading one of the lines, Panda, from chat?
yeah, Aang learning from Kyoshi Island doesn't happen at all. They win the fight. Like, well, yeah, they also condensed like 4 or 5 episodes into one. One of the biggest ones.
Spoilers, chat. I mean, spoilers, everyone.
Yeah. I also haven't seen it yet, but I've also seen all of Avatar.
Yeah.
The original show. So I'm just working off my knowledge of that.
Yeah. One of the things they changed that I was kind of like about was the island where a bunch of the people go missing, and because the Fire Nation burned like a shrine to the forest spirit, who's a panda, which is why I remember it so well. And he wasn't the one that ended up taking them. It was Ko, the face stealer, that took them. And I was like, that's a pretty significant change. And then like they don't really settle stuff with like like the ending to the show. Aang gives the forest spirit the acorn to show like, hey, it can regrow. It'll be back someday. In this, he just like plants it, and then like there's no like the big monstrosity form of it turning back into a panda. It just kind of fucks off. Yeah, like I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of skipped. At one funny point though, they're Zuko and also the guy that got to play Iroh, Chef's Kiss, dude, plays a good Iroh.
I've heard that.
Well, if he didn't, then like the show would just
be right, because he's the best. He's by far the best character in the whole show, hands down.
Also, they made the oh god, what's her name? Jade, the bounty hunter chick with the dog that has the little mold.
I wish we were live so people could have seen you do
me do it with my hands.
His jazz hands on his nose to try to represent the mold.
Jazz hands mustache.
She made him. They made her like kind of flirty to Iroh. She's like, "Yeah, I'll do it, just because you're cute," and like gives them a wink. And I was like, "Oh, I hope they're setting this up for later when he like gets paralyzed and falls on her, it's not as creepy or whatever. Like if they do that, but
by the way, says they aren't focused on arcs in the writing. They want to make things look cool, and I think they failed.
Okay.
I'd have to watch it. I don't even know.
Yep, me too.
There's only a couple times that I went like that's kind of jank, and it was some CG, specifically when they are boarding Appa at one point. I was like, that's like them jumping, of course, from like the ship to Appa, and I was like, that looks weird, but it still works.
It is 7:20. Should we at least get face live?
I'm stretching, but yes. Okay, the stretch is over. Yeah, we'll go face live and actually get going on this.
I was looking for the peak male performance meme in GIF form. Couldn't find it, but I'm just gonna use this GIF anyways.
Oh, is it him with the?
With the chains, yeah.
That scene does not quite
best.
happen like that. He's not shirtless, and I am sad.
Also,
they didn't put in.
We'll do a buff one after that, where he's after he.
At least put it in the right chat. This is memes, bro.
This is what we're talking about. This is our discussion.
True, we are talking.
But it's in general.
Because that's what we're discussing.
We're discussing generals.
Yes,
they did
generals.
put in,
he is in fact a general.
Well, yeah, but he's not though.
But he is.
That scene, he's no longer the general.
But he's still a general. Look, when you retire from being a general, people still call you general until you're dead, and then they put it in your obituary, and then they put it on your gravestone. So
that's the last
you were general until you are forgotten.
I don't remember when this happens in the show, the cartoon, the original show, of him being like, "Do you want to know why they call me the dragon?" And he like is drinking tea and then breathes fire out. They didn't have that in the show. I was really wanting it to happen, but I don't remember when it happens in the original show. So it may happen later if they do more seasons, which I hope they do.
Most of him like actually showing how badass he is later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
Anyway,
beginning,
hi,
lots of
guys.
implication, and then finally you're like, "Oh shit, okay."
yeah, in most of the beginning, he just kind of is there drinking tea, being a sage advice
does
giver.
talk about tea a lot.
Yes.
Dude, that's
He
the
runs
thing.
show.
Like, he does that a lot.
But yes, hello everyone. We are live now.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we should play since we're here for, tabletop.
This is now the
And we're
Avatar:
not-
The Last Airbender discussion.
We're not playing
podcast.
the Avatar: The Last Bender RPG.
It's
Not
Not doing a
Fire Breathing
podcast.
in book 2, by the way.
Oh, okay. So maybe next season.
Arcs and writing. That was the last comment there. So yeah, we're caught up on chat for now, but otherwise, hello and game time, I guess. So what do? Oh right, yeah. You guys can probably see there is a new. I put a little icon. It's over by Giselle's portrait to show who has the Fortunate Fate die, and it's the same person who's got the very first one. It's not been rolled, but only one person can have it at a time, so it's still there. And when it's no longer there, I'll get rid of it forever, or until
Somebody else gets one.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
I am just going to give a really quick warning before we start playing. It is crazy windy. And
Yeah.
we live in a state that doesn't understand that power lines in the air are affected by wind in a state where we routinely have 60 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts and tornadoes. So if the stream just stops all of a sudden, it's because we lost power.
Yeah.
But Dave,
It happened to
we
us
also-
yesterday, and I'm just going to
3
apologize
times.
in advance in case it happens again. Yeah.
But we also live in a state where the soil is mostly clay, and it's hard to dig in that, so they don't want to put underground power lines either.
Yeah, well, I understand that it's more of an effort and it would cost
But
more
it's
money.
hard.
But you would also have to pay way less line workers.
And,
But it's so much easier to put
not
duct
lose
tape
power.
on this easily solvable problem.
And,
They have it
if the
routine
duct
now.
tape
They just got those spare cables lined up,
falls off. They just put more on. It's simple.
Yeah.
Plus, what are the squirrels going to climb on?
Trees? I don't know, man.
So yeah, that's a good warning. If it goes down, give us a while, and I guess watch the Discord.
Yeah. I guess this is a good time for me to put the Discord link in the chat too. If you're not,
Throw the
in it.
Discord link up.
join it. And you can also see our gifts and shenanigans that we tend to post throughout the whole thing.
Worst case scenario, I'll hop in the Discord and start streaming.
Ellie, I can't roll it right
Yeah,
now.
something.
I haven't even rolled a normal die yet.
That's been there for a
We're
minute.
we're hella off topic. Yeah, throw the Discord link up, and if someone wants to drop the snail poll, in case we get some rolls done tonight.
All right, let me do that.
You expect us to roll? No, we're gonna keep derailing. No.
Well,
So, are we gonna start to the next day to go to the cabin that Panda found last time?
Yeah, we're already passed to the next day at the end of last session after Lamia had
Oh, that's
her
right. I had
odd
woken
forest
up
experience
from a so wonderful sad dream.
Okay, Twitch, be that way.
It's not letting you into the.
It won't let me pin my message. There we go. Now I just refreshed. I refreshed. It's fine.
Yeah, I see it. Cool.
Snail poll is up.
We are at the next day after Lamia had her odd forest experience. And after Sam and Hattie found a cabin in the woods, killed a zombie, met an axebeak and bribed it, and lived to tell the tale. Also, apologies in advance, the cough is just here, I guess. So yeah, we'll jump into the next day. As usual in the land of Sitsegia, it is raining. The rains are picking up. So the way things generally go, they don't tend to it doesn't tend to ramp up just a little bit and then go away. And when it starts to ramp up, it gets pretty bad before it gets better. So the storms are going to get worse in the next few days before they hit a peak for a while and die down. So you've got, Sam, give me a survival check.
Does it involve forest? Or is it specifically rain-based?
In this case, no. This is just for telling the weather.
Looks like rain! I don't know.
Yeah, a 16 is not good enough. So
I'm going to look up into the sky and go...
Yeah. It's much more difficult here than where when you were back home you could figure this stuff out pretty easily about what kind of weather you were looking at, but it tends to be a little harder here because it's always rainy and the signs just aren't always there, so you're not sure exactly how long you've got before it gets too bad to really travel or do anything out in the woods without it being a great hardship. But you think you probably have at least the next 2 days. After that, it's a crapshoot.
I will be like, I don't know, man, we could probably head out there today, but we don't want to spend too much time there because tomorrow it could be, monsoon, torrential downpour.
Momsoon. I did like that.
Datsun. Oh, Mon.
I have to gather myself up there real quick. Yeah, well, I mean, sure, we still just need to go there. We can't leave those things unattended for too long, and we need to check and make sure everything's, not randomly returning lots of stuff from the dead.
Yeah. What if animal pelts start coming back and trying to hug me in my sleep? Get suffocated.
Also, apologies. Lamia, you can go ahead and roll survival too, because I remember you're trained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not better than Sam, but yeah,
Well,
I'll go ahead and
3,
roll.
So
you have a different perspective.
Oh yeah, because I've lived here all my life.
Yeah, so you rolled the same thing. So you don't know how long it's going to be before it gets too bad to travel, but it will get to the point where traveling is very dangerous. It can be easy to get lost or fall into just mud pits or all sorts of other shit out there, and just weird shit tends to come out when it's too rainy to see.
Yeah.
Just ask Eli.
Yeah, Sam's probably right. It'd probably be best to get this done today. And okay, sorry.
When he says something about a monsoon, that Setseki doesn't really have a monsoon season. It kind of just is in one. The level of rainfall tends to vary. However, you are getting I believe, yeah, you guys are getting a little closer to winter, and that is when the storms tend to get to like peak at their worst. So when it does get to the point where it could be bad, it could be too bad to travel for a week or longer. So he is right that it would be bad to get caught out there in it, but you just don't know what the time frame looks like right now.
Yeah. So yeah, Lamia will say, yeah, Sam's probably right. It'd probably be safest to just do this cabin thing today, and then come back and hunker down. We're getting closer to the winter months, so it can get pretty nasty.
Well, yeah, I wanted to go sooner rather than later anyway, so now suits me just fine.
Oh wait, I need to go buy a pig to eat.
Need to go buy a pig to eat. Okay. Why a pig? Just
yeah, that was going to be my question.
I haven't bought a pig, so maybe I will like that meat.
Well, I think the trepidation on our DM's part, I'm going to just make an assumption here, is pigs are large, very large animals.
They're not as easy to carry, to like lug around. Like, you're strong enough to probably carry it for a little bit.
Oh, no, it's going to be butchered.
So you're going to go and butcher the whole thing, and
there's still a lot of meat.
It's a lot of meat.
Yeah, and Lamia eats a lot of meat.
You won't eat that in a day.
I don't. No,
that means I have enough for 2 days.
A full-grown pig is comparable in size to a full-grown human being. In fact, they are larger than a full-grown human being, and have more harvestable meat. They're very big. Just a frame of reference for everybody here who has never run across a live pig.
They're also more socially acceptable to eat than human beings.
Very much.
Just a little.
They headbutt you about the same amount, though. My aunt, growing up, I'm going to drop accent because me, real person, my aunt had a pig as a pet for years. His name was Gus. He was big. He was funny, though. He was a cool guy. I like Gus.
Cool. You can absolutely do that. You can 100% go do that. The main thing is you aren't going to be able to eat the entire thing in like 2 days. Right?
Yeah, okay.
So there's a risk of spoilage. So you'll probably want to either like maybe you only want half of it, or you're going to have to like pay to have like the rest of it smoked or salted or otherwise preserved.
Share with your good buddy Sam. And I guess me.
Yeah, I'll take the bacon.
I forget that I'm not a vegetarian.
Yeah, you know what? Sam's been paying for my food, so I'll go ahead and let the other half get smoked and etc.
Okay.
And give them the other half, and I'll just eat the first half.
Okay. So, that's fine. You will say, so the pig itself is going to cost you about 3 gold.
Okay. Reasonable.
Butchering an entire pig, we're going to say that's going to add another gold on it. So 4 gold. And then have it preserved, you're going to pay for, right now, especially because it's getting rainier, it's harder to smoke it. So they're going to pay for salt, yada, yada, yada. We're gonna call the whole thing a tally of 7 gold pieces to get, prepare, and preserve an entire pig.
3 more.
That's a big ass jar for that pig. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
I'm not making pickled
Paid.
pigs, man.
I have paid
Although
for
you
it.
could make pickled pig feet if you wanted, or ears, or snout.
You make a lot of pickled stuff.
Well, those are generally the parts of a pig people pickle. That's a tongue twister and a half. Parts of the pig people pickle.
Parts of the pig people pickle. Yeah.
And of course, I will go out of the village to eat my pig.
And
my raw pig.
The final question is, where are you storing the preserved half a hog?
Oh, that's going to be in my bag for a minute, and then I'll just throw it to Sam. And be like, okay, you guys do what you want with this.
Where is he going to store half a hog?
I don't have a house yet. I think we're going to leave it in the office for a minute, and then once we head out, we'll take it with us.
Okay, well, Yeah, it's going to take them a little bit to get it all preserved. So you've probably got. We'll say you probably do this, right? You go pay it to have them get it all butchered and prepared and stuff. You'll come back and pick it up and figure out what to do with it maybe later that day, because it's not going to be done instantly. Yeah. It takes a little bit of time.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're not like first in line. They've got other stuff to do too, so it works out that way.
I get to still eat my half of the pig, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would probably work out as like they would just give you stuff that's already cut, and they'll just keep whatever, like off of yours, whatever they get, try to make it equivalent in size, that kind of thing.
Okay.
If you need it like right then, but that'll work out easy enough.
Perfect.
So anyway, now that we're done talking about the logistics of butchering and how much meat a pig has, which we're not going to get into all like the weight and all that stuff.
We're not doing wool math.
We're not doing wool math right now. We'll say like late morning by the time you guys head out towards the cabin. I'm assuming it's. Wait, who all are you taking with you? I can't remember who all was going.
Who wants to go?
I know Hattie
us three.
was going.
Hattie's going? Okay. Oh, didn't we want Rahala to read?
I mean, yeah, she would probably come with.
Okay, so Rahala
because,
and
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The whole crew's coming for this one for the most part.
Yeah, he can probably beat up someone. I seen him do it.
Right.
Yeah, I saw him do it. It still scares me. I was in the corner praying.
Yeah, you got a front row seat to that. And you helped, which is great.
Shake and bake, and I helped.
Right. So you guys head out. I'm not going to make you roll to get back out there because you did a really good job finding it in the first place. You like made sure there was stuff that you could follow it out there, and the weather's not so bad that you're going to have trouble even finding your markers or anything yet. Excuse me. But it's going to take a few hours, like it did before. It'll be a little faster than before. Especially assuming you're not trying to be, like, quiet and stealthy about it. You're just like, okay, I know where we're going. If somebody's out there, they'll just know we're coming. It's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, it takes a couple of hours. It takes about... I don't remember how much it took. Did it take half a day before? We'll say it takes you about 3 hours to get out there. Like, all the way to the cabin. When the rest of the group find this is the first time you get to lay eyes on it, and yeah, it looks pretty well taken care of for the most part. You see the giant burned out pyre that was there before, and Sam, I'm assuming you go inspect it to make sure it did its job.
To see if there's any bones left or whatnot.
When you go over to inspect it, you do find evidence that something probably came out here and picked through it and was messing with it, and some of the like ashes and whatnot are scattered. What are you guys giggling at?
What do you mean?
I was giggling because I was looking at the snail pole.
Because I donated a shitload of.
Oh, that was you? Okay.
Yeah. I donated 6,000, or I bet 6,200. That way it put me back at 69 channel points. 69,000.
Guys get a lot more rolls into that.
Talk about a shitload of money. Anyways,
somebody's gonna win a bunch of money if they win.
Yeah, boops. It's just boops. This ain't real gambling.
Caveat, just so everybody knows.
I do not support gambling. I say being a
like child
player.
Gambling. That's arcades for tickets.
Child gambling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, child gambling, of course.
I'm enjoying child gambling at Rat Pizza.
How many babies do you ante? Because
that's a different
I haven't had any yet.
So...
Anyway, no. So you guys get out there. You see the place is fairly well maintained. Sam, you notice that the pyre has been kind of picked over. You do see some of the bones are a bit scattered, but for the most part you can count them all there. They're charred, completely just blackened at this point. So there might have been an animal or something that came out here picking through it thinking maybe it would find something.
As I'm looking around, I'll kind of toss them back into the pyre area because I'll probably do another burn on that when I can.
Yeah.
Just a really, we don't need something cracking open that to get the marrow or whatever, and getting whatever kind of curse you get with that.
Right. But yeah, you don't find any that seem to have actually been split open or eaten. Like whatever it is that came out here, picked through it, apparently was like determined there was no nutrition in them. Probably just they were so blackened or whatever that it just left it alone. But yeah, toss those back in there. You're able to knock off whatever else you don't need. There's definitely no flesh or anything like that left. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check, though. You're gonna get a +2 from Hattie's assistance because she'd be helping with this. Nice. Okay, so you pick through this, just making sure there's nothing else weird left or anything like that that came out, and you almost miss it, but what you kind of jab at something that feels like a bone, and you shove it aside, and then realize the shape is a little bit odd, and you knock some of the ashes and stuff off of it. And what you find inside looks like a small wooden box.
I'll put it back.
Not charred. It's not even charred or anything like that. It's just a tiny wooden box.
I just love how it just fast on that fire.
Covers it with ashes again.
Nope. Well, actually, guys, I found a weird box.
Thank you. No. For letting the potentially
I don't want to touch it anymore.
Risky and unstable people go look at it.
How's a box weird?
Because it was in zombie remains, I guess.
It also spent a night in a crematory fire, and it's untouched. Yeah.
Also, it was on fire but didn't burn, I guess.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, okay, that does sound weird.
Definitely weird, but also probably a good thing to call out because nothing else you were going to do is probably going to destroy that. I don't know. Here, give us a look. So before I pick it up or anything, though, I'm going to detect magic on it.
Okay.
Because while I am reckless and foolhardy, I'm not stupid. Most of the time.
I did touch it, I guess. I mean...
Well, then you'll curse and I won't be.
Oh, man.
We'll figure it out from there.
Right.
Oh, don't worry, Sam. We'll get a curse on him one of these days.
That is so incredibly terrible conspiracy to curse your boss.
All right, so give me a knowledge arcana.
All right, coming right up. I say as I close my character sheet instead of select it.
Oh, and also detect magic for good habits if you haven't already.
I will.
Yep.
Yes. I did that thing where I had my character sheet popped out and I opened it and I actually closed it.
Oh God.
So hold on. Here we go. I got it open again. Here's detect magic, and then here is my knowledge arcana. There you go.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you definitely are getting. Let me see. It's a single strong aura, and hell, it makes sense for your background too. Just you're classically trained. That is some strong necromancy coming off that box.
Okay. Well, that's what I'll tell everybody.
Like that, an aura of that strength is one of those kinds of things where, if your master had ever showed you anything like that, you may have seen a couple of things, while, housed in his estate. Then maybe he owned one or two himself that he wouldn't even let you look at. But there's I imagine there's an instinct of when you see how strong it is, of where you put your hands in your pockets, or there's some kind of visual tick of oh, don't touch that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Are there volcanoes here around here somewhere that we can throw that into?
I don't know if that would destroy it. That's
because I don't want to like
part.
tie rocks to it and throw it in the ocean. Because I mean, I don't want to anger anything that lives in the ocean.
How can a box have not symbol, have I guess, aura of necromancy?
I mean, it might be something in the box. I don't know.
Yeah, or the box itself is enchanted or cursed. Most curses are necromantic magic.
Basically.
So, you know.
Was this like nearby a rib cage or like hip bone when I found it?
You're not sure. You kind
Hard
of
to tell.
barely
Okay.
found it, yeah.
Okay.
But
Just curious if this was in this dude. Like,
I mean,
like
he didn't really have anything on him, but when you were burning him, I'm assuming
that's the only thing I think of.
So it's possible. I mean, it's not very big. So to finish the description of it, it's like less than an inch, per side.
Oh,
like it's very small.
Little box.
It's the corners are pointy. It's a box. It's a cube. So you could swallow it, but probably would have been uncomfortable and a severe choking hazard. But like possible. And you do notice, like, especially Eli, since you're actually examining it, I know you're not touching it, but you definitely see what appears to be these little runic inscriptions, all like just covering the whole thing, to the point where, despite them being the same color as the wood, it seems like there's like no part of it that doesn't have some kind of symbol on it. Like they're all pieced together like a tightly compacted puzzle. Every little rune, every little inscription's touching another one. This would have taken a long time, like a ton of work.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm just like doing that thing where I'm like definitely hands in the pocket, leaning forward, just getting close to it, just kind of looking at it. So it's like, this thing, whoever did this, it took a long time. They put a lot of care into this thing.
Even as you're watching it, you're kind of noticing, even though that aura is really strong, it does seem unstable. Like the strength, that strength isn't constant. Like there's moments where it kind of seems to dip and wane. Doesn't ever quite disappear, but it kind of flickers between like strong, moderate, strong, minor, strong. Like it kind of keeps like fluctuating. It's not rapid, but it's noticeable over time.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, if this thing is cursed, then maybe we should turn it into the white thrush.
Into food. I cast all food on it.
No. I don't know if it's cursed, but this is definitely something that they need to handle. Might even be they need to come get, because I don't necessarily want to pick that up or touch it or kick it or even use a grabby pole. Do we have snake grabby poles? Is that an anachronistic thing, or do we have snake grabby poles? I want one of those.
I definitely don't have snake grabby poles.
Dang.
I mean,
They exist, but you guys don't have them.
Well, yeah, we don't. Somebody might. We don't. But
Rahala will finally come and take a look because she was looking at the house. Did you find something? Oh.
I just point at it.
Necromantic box.
Necromantic box?
What's a box?
Cube of necromancy.
And it has a necromantic aura that's incredibly strong, but also kind of like wavy, fluctuating, and it's covered in runes, which makes me want to touch it even less than before when I just looked at the aura part.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it today, but if somebody has like a clear crystal or like a prism or something like that, I can try and read what that says. I believe I have something that can do that. We'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Like spell read magic?
Yes. I don't. I didn't think about that when I woke up this morning.
You You make an excellent point, Rahola. I also have read magic, but I don't want to pick it up. So I'm going to read very sideways, weirdly at it, and just doing that thing where I'm peering at the thing very strangely. Luckily, I can read so upside down.
So in this case, it's actually going to be a perception check, just because it's very tiny script. And you're trying not to touch it, so you can only get so close to it. It's also still raining.
Totally understand that. Makes a lot of sense. And it was almost that nat one. It was like so close. It did the one so wiggle close. Where it was like on the one wiggle back.
Okay.
24.
So what you're reading on this, it isn't just like word for word. It's not really how this kind of writing works. Mm-hmm. But you are able to identify that this seems to mention a few very key things. It mentions nature. It mentions the cycle. It mentions... oh, there it is. It mentions life unto death, death unto life. And you notice that seems to repeat on like the sides. You can easily see without nudging it or moving it or anything like that. You notice that seems to be a constant band of the runes seems to repeat that over and over. There's something like a pattern to this that you're not 100% picking up on at first glance. Give me just a quick intelligence check.
Oops. Ooh, bad roll.
I started singing along to the song.
Decent roll, but...
Yeah, decent roll, but this was a tough one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a pattern to this of like something to do with the placement of those runes and this like band that moves across it that you can't quite piece together exactly what it is, but...
Oh my god, how do you spell peace? There we go. Sorry.
It definitely seems that this has to do with converting something from being alive to being undead. The specific thing there being not necessarily turning a dead, like a corpse, into an undead creature, but a person going from a living being to an undead being directly. Like, that seems to be what you're noticing here.
Oh, okay, so that's even worse. So yeah, I'll be like, oh, well, that's just absolutely monstrous. And you found this inside the body?
Well, I mean, I burnt the body over there, and it was over in that area. So either I missed it when I checked his pockets, or, or somebody dropped it there once, like, I burnt everything. I don't know. I mean,
I have a bad feeling that somebody cut this bloke open and shoved that inside him.
That, or he put it in himself. Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a phylactery.
Oh.
There's probably an opening on it somewhere. There's got to be likely something we don't want it open for inside it.
Is that the thing, like, big, scary, undead-like?
They stick their, like, soul in it or something weird like that. I'm not entirely sure what the process is, but it's bad. It allows them to, like, come back over and over.
Right, there's legends of it, but it's a creature called a lich that usually very powerful spellcasters would turn themselves into, so they'd be effectively immortal and could, work on their projects indefinitely. But they don't exist anymore. Maybe pre-Desolate, or even during the Desolate Age. But, well, there's no evidence that any exist any longer. I don't even think the ritual is known these days. Just there are bits and pieces like that. You'd need a reservoir for your soul, like a phylactery, in order to achieve that. But that kind of magic can have other applications, being able to move one's soul from their body and separate the two so that your soul can't pass on. You could do other things with that knowledge, or even doing it to someone else could have I suppose, applications.
I remember my master, he knew something similar to this. Wasn't quite this, but it was kind of using a phylactery-like device to trap things here, or to trap stuff. You would conjure it, because he was really good at conjuration. And that was like from bits and pieces and fragments of things that a phylactery were. That's why I kinda-ish know, but I didn't really know, and I've never heard of a lich, luckily for me, I guess. Right. So I just knew that you could use them to contain spiritual essence, essentially.
Well, I only really know about it just because there are lots of stories and things passed down through my family. Old magic. Kinds of things that, the old Kassir houses and things from the Far East were very much against. And my family has ties to, a couple of the old, what they called them, elven houses back then. And one of them specifically I know was the sort of charge amongst the courts was to seal away certain knowledge of different rituals and things regarding undeath. I admit I didn't study it as deep as I probably should have. And also I'm here now, so sort of cut myself off from my resources. But either way, what I know about this thing is that it's possible that contains the soul of a very powerful person. Arcane caster, likely.
So we definitely want the White Thrush to touch it, not us.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully they have a way of containing it or locking it away, because, I'm not picking it up. If that contains a supremely powerful spellcaster soul, touching that thing could lead to possession or something crazy like that.
Exactly. I suggest we get a sack and scoop it up, tie it off, and figure out what to do with it after that.
Oh, I was going to see if I could entice like a squirrel or something to carry it for me.
Do you want necromancer squirrels? This is how we get necromancer squirrels. What's wrong with you? They're already fast, and they can't die from falling.
I mean, I'm sure Sherlock can take them out, though. I mean,
I don't know about that. Something that could make a device like this in a squirrel, I don't think is afraid of your hawk. I mean, he's a lovely hawk, but still.
I mean, like, even if a squirrel was possessed, would that mean that the soul could actually do anything? The body's not trained.
I'd rather fight a possessed squirrel than a possessed me.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Yes.
Sure.
It wouldn't be physically capable, but its mind would still be that of whatever caused this. It would still be able to do things like prepare spells and cast them, even, especially because squirrels are rather dexterous. It may even be able to do somatic components. Or maybe it doesn't need to. There's casters I know who've mastered the art of casting without vocal components or without the somatic ones.
That's true.
So
that's terrifying.
One of the things that my master had practiced was how to shortcut using verbal components by creating circles and things to do shortcuts on conjuration rituals, so that you didn't even need as many of the other components, because it would reroute magical power and energy from your body straight into the summoning.
And I can't imagine that whoever this was couldn't do that.
Well, I'm sure there's like a box or something inside that I can like.
I still have the chicken cage.
Flick it into a cage. I'd rather a more airtight, less.
Whatever we can stick it in, we should grab something, stick it in. I'm not going to put it in. Whatever we do, we should not put it in an extra dimensional space, though, because I don't know how that reacts with other things that are also magic. So storing it inside an extra dimensional space is probably just safer not to do it.
Yeah, and its magic seems unstable. You never know.
I can probably get a stick that I can tie, like, if we get a bag, we can tie it to a stick. That way we can hold it away from ourselves. Just in case. I mean,
fair enough. I mean, I was just going to drag this thing behind us, like tie a rope to the end of the bag, drag it.
It's a good way to get a hole in the bag, but
probably, but it's also a great way to not hold it.
Okay. Did you already check out the cabin?
No, I was in the process of doing that when Sam said, I found a box in a fire. Or whatever he said.
Yeah.
I'm going to go walk in there and actually look.
Or Hollow was in there. Did you touch any of my stuff? That's all my stuff now.
No, I didn't go inside.
You can't own stuff, mate. No, anyways.
So as you're turning away to go off, you kind of notice out of like just the corner of the cone of detect magic, like right before you stop concentrating on it. You notice the fluctuations on the magic get quite a bit faster. Like it's like really strong, really weak, really strong, really weak. You start noticing that happening. I don't know if you're just like ignore it, just walk away, just don't be near it, or if you just like stop and pay attention to it again.
I'll stop and watch it for a bit, because if it starts like oscillating wildly, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna blow or something.
So yeah, Eli turns around and like he starts to leave, and he pauses and looks at the box again for a second. And as you guys notice him pause and watch it for a minute, you guys start to notice that it begins to kind of vibrate, and you start hearing this hissing sound come from it, almost like a whistling tea kettle. It gets louder and sharper. Rahala starts backing up. She goes, "Oh,
yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to start taking big steps back.
I'm going to run towards it and try and kick it as hard as I can.
Oh, no.
I'm going to do one of the two things I do with a grenade. Either dive on it or try and punt it away from me.
There's a third option, which is
run away.
take cover, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump for cover when Sam sprints for that thing.
So you're ready to just leap behind probably the nearest tree.
Yeah, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I'll leap behind Lamia. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just like
the nearest tree for Braun.
Lamia, what are you doing? Are you
Lamia's...
racing Sam to see who kicks it first?
No, she wouldn't have had that idea because it's a magical item that may be cursed. What?
Yeah.
She doesn't know. Yeah, she's probably just standing there like dumbfounded because what she doesn't know what that thing is, what it could do.
Well, it is doing the like whistling,
yeah, it's doing a thing, but it's
so
like, what does that mean?
Usually it means it's gonna blow up, but we'll find out. So as you're watching, you're like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? Sam just comes sprinting up and just roll a melee attack.
Sorry, Dave's
disarming
me.
This is you.
You just basic melee attack. Yep.
16.
Okay, so you run 16. Up and just boof! Just there's this explosion of ash, like a bunch of like the wood sticks and stuff that are still there go like flying off to the side, and you can see the wooden box start to like sail off into the woods, and it sharply redirects several times on its way through there. You see these sparks of like purple and just like jet black energy, just boosh, boosh, like a couple of times as it's like sailing off, and then right as it disappears beyond the tree line, you see this dark red flash of light, and it sounds like a scream echoes from it. And then it's quiet, other than the rainfall again.
What the hell was that?
I draw my Falcata, and I go, okay, I'm gonna go look now. Name of my source. Don't say it. That's the code word.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Oh, and obviously there's like the exodus of all the birds in the area when it blows up.
Yeah.
Who were like, didn't want to fly in the rain, but fuck whatever that was.
Yeah.
So you go trekking back into the woods, trying to figure out wherever the hell this thing was.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a perception check.
I'm going to just have detect magic up the whole time, hoping that helps me find it quicker, too.
Okay.
Woods perception check?
Yes, you are in a forest.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Eli, 18. Would you like to also roll perception?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to roll
perception. Speed of 35. Why not?
Yeah. Beat me with that.
I cannot. Yeah, I cannot, but that doesn't matter.
Oh.
That's still good, though.
I was going to say, I need to win the snail poll, so I need to roll. Anyways.
It's also pretty good.
So you both go checking some of the underbrush and just looking around. Sam, you're going like right where you saw like the epicenter of that flash, and you're like, okay, probably it zipped this way before it blew up, so it's probably still gonna keep that same trajectory, but flipped. Oh, there's like a notch on that tree where something impacted it. Now it bounced over here. Okay, let's go over here. And like Eli's just kind of walking around like, yeah, these are woods. Those are mushrooms.
I imagine I'm a lot like somebody with a metal detector, where they're just walking around not knowing what they're just basically like looking straight at the spot in front of them. That's pretty much it.
You're noticing a lot of stuff, but not what
like...
Sam's noticing. So you're following him, and Sam, you get a fair ways into the trees before you finally find the remains of this box. And by the remains, I mean it appears to still be an intact box, but it is split open at the center, so it's like two halves of it that are still like connected at a joint. It is now completely blackened, and there's just a faint peel of black smoke coming up off of it.
What does that mean, Eli?
A shrug.
You're jabbing at it. Eli, you no longer see a magical aura on it.
Yeah.
I flip it once with the...
like, it has no magic aura anymore, which means either it exploded and broke, or whatever was in it's not in it anymore, and it's now just an empty vessel, which is...
Or, I'm sorry, I should say you see a lingering aura, the same necromancy aura. But once you finally see it again, you see the lingering aura. It kind of clicks that... No, wait, that... It's very faint, but it seems more faint than it should be. Like, it was like harder to notice, just a lingering aura, than it should have been. So you kind of look back on the trail you came through, and there's an even fainter version of it. And then your stomach kind of drops as you realize that's because this area has a very faint necromancy aura. And you didn't notice it at first because you're just kind of surrounded by it. It was very thin. But now that you've kind of, like, you've tuned way down to just the very faint frequency that's left on this box and, like, kind of got to look at it, now you notice it.
A young priest and an old priest.
It's like the dark forest from the stories when we were kids. Unless you weren't told ghost stories to tell you if you did things you weren't supposed to, you were going to get eaten by goblins. Anyways,
mostly just storm passion.
I
didn't have to be told ghost stories.
I didn't either. I didn't have to be caned either, but he did that too. Let's see. I'm just like looking. I'm doing that thing where you look around, you scan because you're just like in immediate prey mode, where it's just like everything around me could eat me, and I'm just very slowly like spinning in a circle.
Oh, I'll be honest. I thought you were gold blooming it.
Nope.
Is my foot okay? Does my foot look like? Do I need to change boots?
Does your foot feel okay? I'm gonna look at it, obviously.
I mean, like...
there's these little ethereal tentacles that are definitely not coming out of his foot or anywhere because I'm making it up to make him uncomfortable.
No, my feet!
Just have a Cthulhu coming out your foot now.
Yeah.
No, it's a mimic.
They're prehensile.
The boot is a mimic now. You're dead. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry to tell you this, but...
Right. Did there used to be something below my knee? What happened?
Yeah. You're gonna bleed to death. It ate your leg.
But no, his boot looks normal.
Okay.
Oddly, just despite the aura, like there's still like vegetation. Everything else seems normal here, which is like almost more alarming. That there's just no real evidence of the fact that apparently this ground is desecrated, essentially.
Yeah, this is super weird, and I don't like it at all. Can we please just go get the stuff from the cabin and leave?
All right, I pick up the box.
The burned box. It smells horrific.
I don't know why I smelled it.
It smells like
because that's
when people
everybody's
burn
gut
trash,
reaction. Yeah.
Like that, where it's like it's that thick, gross smoke, but also that just there's like garbage in here. Like just it's awful.
Whoa.
I'll
Okay,
still put it in a
I
bag
guess-
and take it with us.
Yeah, we should
Yeah, we
probably
can
take that
still-
to the White Thrush either way.
Yeah, and I guess tell them, hey, it exploded, scream in the air.
And take multiple baths. Ugh. I don't know.
All right,
I'm
inside, I
used to that
guess.
smell.
Y'all can help me redecorate as well. I need 2 people to lift this bed.
Mate, we're gonna have to burn this place to the ground.
No!
Uh,
Look, this is, first of all, it's stone. Second of all,
Okay, I can make fire that can burn stone. Well, I can't. I know people who can. It's called Greek
People?
fire. That's anachronistic in his time. There's no Greeks. It's called something fire. I don't know. Anyways, we should go though. Seriously, quickly. I don't like being here.
we'll go
It
inside.
makes my teeth itch.
Why were you bringing up ghost stories, by the way?
Because I said it's like being in the dark forest from the ghost stories when I was a kid. Because everywhere around where I lived was a creepy forest, and I was told not to go in the woods or things would eat me. Your parents never told you stories about monsters eating children? Okay, just mine. All right, just keep walking.
yeah. So, yeah, Lamia, they definitely did, but they also told you practical stories of like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's tigers out there, so don't go. They're tougher than you. But yeah,
I was told.
there weren't ghost stories, but it was like it's the same kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, cautionary, don't go in the woods at night type of thing.
Yeah.
Except here, it's just don't go in the woods. Just don't.
Yeah.
It may as
My
well.
ghost
be night.
stories always were like really strange. Something about airborne rangers and something going. No,
No.
No, it was basically don't go in the forest alone. Definitely don't go in the forest at night. Things will eat you in there. Don't help anybody in the forest. It's actually a monster. Don't talk to people you don't know. It's actually a monster. If something makes a weird sound in the middle of the night and you go to check it out, it's a monster. You know, all those things that you tell children all the time.
Well, it could be
Oh,
something in the
says-
kitchen coop, but you know.
Just like
Or no,
naming all these.
actually, it'd be Hattie who would be like, no, I think the rule is if something made the weird noise at night, no, it didn't. I think that's the rule.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny how chickens get
If
eaten.
you lose any of your stuff and you leave it for long enough, it'll come to life and then seek revenge on you. Don't misplace your things. If you forget to clean any of the dishes for too long, they'll come to life and seak revenge on you. Did none of you get these stories?
Yeah, it is how chickens get eaten, but that's also how people get eaten. I thought. I mean,
Anyways.
there's bad things, but you guys should look at that book because
Yeah, it's
we're
down
not
this
going to
way.
touch it.
Yeah.
So you show them
All
the
right.
book that's got the Bone Lord symbol on it.
Lean back in the
Do
house.
you touch it?
Oh, God, no. I cast a
After
tech
what you
magic on
see?
it before I do anything, yeah.
Yeah. So when you cast Detect Magic and examine it, you do notice there are some magical auras. Go ahead and give me the.
Is it like
and
a-
then give me the Knowledge Arcana check.
When he casts it back to it's like a flashbang goes off. He's like, oh, fuck.
Right.
Okay, there's my tech magic again, just in case. And then Knowledge Arcana right here. Whoop.
Sventivan. Spell level easy enough. Okay. So you get. So all you're getting off that is faint abjuration.
Okay. So some kind of like warding magic or something probably on this book. Alarm, something similar like that.
I might be wrong. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay, so Detect Magic shows you there are 2 auras. The most potent of it is a faint abjuration. Because you're going to
Okay.
get the most potent one.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, it's got some kind of like wood spell, most likely. Abjuration's usually something like that, especially if you're casting it on a book. It's like alarm, something, magic lock. Somebody give me a stick or something. I don't have sticks in my pockets.
Oh,
Or a
okay.
spoon. Is there a
Lamia
wooden
goes
spoon around
outside.
here?
and grabs a stick.
That works. I'm gonna try and open it with a stick.
Okay. So you kind of lift it open. You notice, it just at a glance looks like magical writing.
Okay, magical writing. Neat. Let's try to read magic again as I flip it open and hopefully don't curse myself for some terrible knowledge that will forever, hurt my brain.
You've already done that.
Yeah, and then I made it go away, and then it came back, and then it was less annoying, so maybe I can do that again. I'd like to avoid that, though. That really hurts, by the way.
So just to double check, are you wanting to try to identify the spell effect first, or just you're going to try to read the
I'm just going to try and read the magic first real quick, since it's open and it's there.
Okay. So you cast a read magic.
Hattie, we might have to burn your bones. I say quietly. I mean, our boss.
I hear the word boss and I throw the stick at you. Go,
curse stick!
That's the sad thing, is I'd miss.
Just so I know who can see what. So you open with a stick at like the full length of your arm. Try to see if you can tell what some of these runes say. Rahala would be nearby. Is anybody else with them, or is everybody else like in another room or trying to like be far away from him?
Lamia would probably be guarding the front door.
Cool. Rabrong's outside.
Okay.
I'm probably closer than I need to be, kind of doing this bit.
Okay.
Where, like, I'm trying to be away, but, like, what if there's a picture that I can see? You know, like...
Okay.
What if I can see a picture?
Which means, so it's you and... Rahala wouldn't be crowding. She's curious, but she wouldn't be crowding. Hattie might. Nah. Hattie'd probably be like in the living room just waiting.
I would tell her to stand back anyways, even if she was crowding. I'd be like, Hattie, I need space for this in case I explode.
Okay.
Just over your shoulder, like,
yeah.
Cool.
Or probably under your shoulder. I'm looking through your armpit. Like,
That's true.
What's going on over there?
Funny you should say that. Sam, I need a reflex save from you.
Okay.
Nice. Do you have evasion?
Do I have evasion? Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
I don't believe you do.
No, I have endurance. Yeah, no.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
No evasion, right?
No.
Okay, so Eli, you're going to take this full damage, no saving throw, and Sam, you're going to take half this. Yeah, the book fucking explodes. Boom! Just this eruption of force, not even fire. Just like magical force rips it apart, like destroys the desk that's under it. The whole room seems to shunt outward about 10 feet for a second, as there's just this disruptive wave of energy that it hits you, Eli, like full on as you're trying to read this. And Sam, you manage to like peel away just in time, and like just the act of like kind of turning away from it and like trying to shield yourself, you get a little bit further away from it, and it just, you can feel the impact of it still shoves you several feet till you like hit the wall. And when that ends, like your ears are both ringing, Eli. You kind of get flashed for a second when it happens, and when you come back to just lucidity, you're laying by the wall with Sam, kind of like who has like a hand on it next to you. And you just hear the like wah, 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 of like the reverberation throughout the room. While the other, like everyone else who's nearby is just, oh shit, what happened? Like running up. You can even hear if I'm wrong, like making his way through the fucking front door to see what the fuck's going on.
We're good. I'm good.
I couldn't hear
Are you
anything anyone said but language.
There's like destroyed papers like fluttering down out of the room.
I'm just laying there. I'm good. I'm not going to get up for a minute though, because I'm afraid my skeleton will stay on the floor. That hurt.
I'm trying to pick you up.
Just like batting at you, like, no, let me lay down.
No, you gotta walk it off.
Feels like he's planking. He's just a board on the ground.
Fine.
What?
I'm looking at the like rafters or like structural integrity of this place now. I'm like,
The hallway seems fine. The like the hallway you guys are in seems okay. You could definitely see some like splinters of wood and such kind of scattered down on the floor from like just the door frame getting hit by the blast. And you look up into the room the book was in. Oh, it's fucked. Like it's not like it's breached, but like all the objects in it are completely destroyed.
Did they do unrelenting force on the? Slow down.
No, it did fucking explosive runes though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up and be like, that's gonna be a bruise. Hey, look, table leg in a wall. I'm glad that didn't go through my head.
I'm gonna hang a coat from that. A little high. Well,
I need to like body pat down to make sure I don't have a table leg sticking out of me somewhere.
You're like patting yourself down. You can feel like a quill has like pushed into your lapel. You're just like, oh god, pluck that out.
Glad that wasn't deeper on my face. That would have hurt.
Wow. So what'd it say?
Boom. It said boom, Sam.
I could make it. God, I could make an Order of the Stick joke where all you got to read was "I prepared explosive runes today," and then it fucking explodes.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah, he blew up the room. Otherwise, the structure of the room seems fine. You can tell like some of the walls and things were like slightly damaged, but
there was chests in that room as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they still intact?
No.
All right. Well, I was gonna have you look at what's in those chests next, but I guess we get to look at
we
what
get
was
to
in
see
those
if,
chests.
Yeah, anything of those chests is left in one piece on the floor. Learn to read magic. You get finding prizes, they say. Finding prizes. Just like limping over.
Now it's just like, right, I always forget explosive runes is abjuration.
I definitely always do. Yeah, that's one of those where it's like, look, I don't know how many times I've had to tell myself, check all the spell effects before you read the runes. Just like, but I always want to know what they say.
Thankfully, the door was open, which means the door didn't get blown apart. So
that's good.
Because you
had to order a new door. But carry it out here.
First, my dangerously curious trait that I chose way at the beginning of this. So I was like, I'm not checking the type of magic. I'm just going to read it.
Right. Oh, yeah, and unfortunately, the stick that Lamia so laboriously retrieved for you, it was killed in action. The stick is no longer with us.
Just glad the stick didn't go through anybody.
Right. But to go in there and start to, like, try to pick through the things in the room, because it's all jumbled up now. So you don't know what was in the chest, what was just like on the desk, or what. Just everything is all fucking just herky-jerky everywhere now. But
Sam, is it like a broom anywhere?
I can look. I didn't see
one. It might make this easier.
I'll go look for a broom.
Yeah. You can find a broom. It's in there's an actual broom closet. Rahala is going to heal you, Eli.
Square footage went up. I didn't know this was you. I guess worst case scenario, I can rent this out now. I'm of course not telling them about the previous resident.
Sam, she's going to heal you for 7.
All right. I feel much better. I'm still going to be very bruised tomorrow, but I feel a lot better. Thank you.
Yeah, full horse. Good lord. Explosive runes. Well, he didn't want us to read whatever was in there, apparently.
No.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
For
2
down.
auras?
2. Do you want to just take our break a little early?
We might.
But yeah, 2 auras. I didn't check them. I didn't spend enough time. That was my bad. Should have done a little more prep work.
extrapolation is that the other one was probably book ward to ward it from like fire and cold and everything. But that's why they used explosive runes, since it's force damage, because they wanted it to destroy it.
Right. That makes sense.
Let's go ahead and hit our break now. Give Giselle some time and give Panda time to deal with what he's dealing with.
I'll say real quick for you. It's just that I'll be to Rahal. I'll be like, I just expected it to be book ward, and then something else. That's all I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Exaggeration.
It's a nifty trick, isn't it?
Double layer. Hey, you're back in time for us to leave. We're going to take a break, Panda.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going to go
sorry, I thought somebody knocked on my door. So.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, we're going break now because Molly's still out. So we'll come back in. We usually do 15, so let's just do 15. We'll come back at 8:40.
All right. Bye-bye.
So,
see you.
Double
15 minutes.
420, so you got to double blaze it.
Going to the away screen, everyone.
Yeah, he does.
And we're live again.
Hi, guys.
I bet you they make one right when Panda takes a bite. I bet you they make a mug that is a magic card.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you there's one out there, and if there's not, somebody's got a 3D printed.
Is it the top of it, like you can take the fin off, like the crown thing, and drink it, or is it the mouth?
The mouth. I want you to drink out of the mouth. That's what I'm saying. I bet you there's a tea kettle that is the fin on top is the lid to the tea kettle. But no, I want you to drink out of the mouth of a magic card, Panda. That's what I want.
Yes. But jumping back in. So yeah, after the explosion, there's a rush of people inside to see what happened.
Yep.
Eli planks for a little while.
Yeah.
And then Sam finds a broom. You guys sweep up a bit. I imagine it's like you're making a pile like you normally do when you sweep, but it's more so you can like go through everything in the pile rather than to put it in a dustpan and get rid of it. But yeah, Lamia, when you like look through the hallway and see that like the whole room that book was in, there was like a desk, there were a couple of chests, there was chairs, there was like bookshelves. And all of that is splinters now.
Oh wow. So, did you guys decide to try and burn the house down anyway?
I mean, we're undecided on
that.
This was an unrelated incident. The book kind of decided it wanted to explode.
Please wait until I get homeowner's insurance before we commit arson, please.
That makes it insurance fraud. No, I'm not committing insurance fraud for you, Sam. Well, that's a lie. I would totally do that. Yeah. But no.
Hey, if you ever need me to fall and get workman's comp, let me know.
No, I think that conversation's supposed to go the other way, mate.
What?
So, right. So, so my next question is, how long do you guys want to actually spend kind of going through this stuff, cleaning up the room and seeing what you can find? Are you not super worried about the time? You're going to take as long as it takes, as long as you can get out of here before dark? Are you okay with staying here and leaving in the morning? Like, what kind of time frame are you looking at?
I think personally before dark, but I mean, I'm not even the one that's super interested, so
I can sleep in the kitchen. I forgot the layout of the place, but I think it's a kitchen dining room.
There is enough space for everyone to find a place to sleep inside.
I personally really want to leave.
I gotta get a welcome mat or something. Nobody wants to sleep at my house.
It might be the faint necromancy aura that is pervading the area we're in.
It's way over there.
It's pervading the area around where look, even if it's not right here, right where we're standing, which double checking. It is. Okay. Even if it wasn't right here, right where we're standing, which it is, even if it was just, I don't know, 50 feet over that way, you don't just go, it's okay. The ground is only cursed slightly over there. No. No,
You didn't
The first night I
tell us
sleep here,
that.
I'm gonna wake up to Nazi zombies. I'm
I've
gonna
been
have to go board the
complaining about it the
windows.
whole time. That's what the whole Dark Forest scary stories.
That does not mean
was.
it's cursed. It just
Well,
means
it's
you're scared
got
of
a
dark
necromantic
forests.
aura on it. It's the
To
same.
be
you
fair,
didn't
you
say
didn't say
that.
that in character.
Potato, potato. I did say there was a necromantic aura everywhere.
Oh, I didn't pick that up either. So
I didn't either.
So
Also, you
pretend,
say-
pretend
you
you
act
told-
That was also where my non sequitur about the Dark Forest came from.
So yeah, pretend
Yeah,
he told
yeah.
you in character then.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
You act like necromancy's all bad. I'm sure there's like a spell.
I use it all the time. Would you like me to
Yeah.
give you blindness? It's not great, mate.
Well, for you it is.
Cut to Sam and Hattie like screaming and hacking a fucking zombie apart in the next room. It's not all bad.
That's a great smash cut right there.
Yeah, 1 episode ago. Me kicking a box and exploding this episode.
Right?
Literally 30 seconds ago, a thing exploding.
Like how Sam is trying so hard to defend the new cottage he just won. He's like, no, it's fine,
It's
guys.
fine. A little bit of elbow grease, this place will be back up to par. Holy elbow grease, I think. I'm gonna get it blessed.
Yeah, or something like that.
How many? Oh, if I bulk buy holy symbols.
Look, Sam,
Okay, so
what
I guess
you're
the
looking
vote
for
is-
a consecration, which I don't think anyone here can do.
I mean, not here, of course.
Sorry.
Hey, priest, you want to come out in the middle of the woods with me?
Sorry. Consecration jingles kerosene can.
Yeah.
I can consecrate your place.
Oh no, you're looking for the Inquisitor's office over here.
Oh, okay.
But sorry.
But it
Molly,
sounds
you're saying-
like at least 2 of us want to go back before
Yeah, that's fine.
the night is done.
Yeah, I really don't want to be here in the dark if I can help it, and I'm not being paid to.
I mean, once it's cleaned up, y'all will sleep over, though, right? We'll have dinner.
If there's no
well-
longer a ever increasing like feeling
have
of panic
dinner.
from standing here, then
I mean,
Sure.
more than likely, this area is going to get cut off because we'll report it to the White Thrush.
The what now? I thought we were
Because-
reporting the box.
Yeah, they're going to ask where the box came from.
I did,
Uh, beyond that, I don't think you're grasping what I keep telling you about the fact that there's necromancy everywhere, but the plants are still growing, and there's animals, and that's super weird.
Okay, so just for our story straight, I paid 10,000 gold for this place.
What?
So when they, we're just saying. So if they do take it and they give me money for it, they'll give me at least like a couple thousand, you know?
I don't think that's how it works, Sam. I'm sorry.
I don't
mean-
know how government confiscation works.
I mean,
But-
I do. They did it to my extended family.
Yeah, to be fair, that is
Yeah.
that is a fair tactic based on what you know the Bertsang experience.
That's what I was, Sam knows. I obviously have not.
And with that, I
experienced
can
this
buy a boat.
But I will say, God, I will say that, Sam, I'm just not going to contradict whatever it is you say. So there you go.
Let's
sweet,
just
sweet.
do our
That's up
sweep,
to you.
and get out of here.
I'm been sweet.
So you guys want to leave with enough time to get back before dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least
also-
out of this area, preferably out of the woods in general, obviously.
Right.
You know,
Which
at
is
the very
essen-
least out of this
essentially
immediate
to the
area.
outskirts of the city. At the very least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say they want to leave the woods.
You guys hear an axe beat cry off in the distance, which is like the least.
That's
threatening things
why.
in the woods.
Yep. That right there. What was it?
But so what your options are thus.
Yeah.
You may roll perception to see how your looking goes, or you can take 10. One of the two. Can't take 20. Don't have enough time for that.
I'm gonna roll.
I'll roll. Because my 10's not very good, so.
Okay.
I mean, it'd still be damn good, but I think I can roll higher than a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
God.
Indeed.
Always when I'm looking.
Right.
Never during combat. Only when I'm looking.
Lamia's still going to be on the outside, keeping an eye out.
Wow.
Okay. So you guys are searching, and then Lamia, you're on lookout. Or if Verbrong does go back outside. As much as he likes the fact that it's kind of dark inside, he's
the bodyguard
weird magic
mentality
shit happening inside. Yeah, he's better use out there if something comes up.
Yeah.
So we will cut back to Eli and Sam here in a moment because your search takes quite a while. We're gonna say you're gonna spend about an hour on this.
Sounds good.
And then outside, Lamia, you're just, obviously taking a walk around the area a few times, peek into the chicken coop, make sure there's not like a weird looking chicken in there that's definitely not a chicken or something. Just being thorough.
Or a fourth chicken.
There's a lot more than 4 already. So
No, I know. I know
what you're referencing.
An inside joke.
Yeah. So you're patrolling occasionally. Usually, Verbrong will he'll walk off after a little bit. There's just like that shorthand communication, like every 5,
everything
10,
seems
15
fine.
minutes or so. Like he'll just kind of look at you, like kind of points, and he starts walking, so you know to stay near the entrance.
Okay.
And you just kind of nudge him or like point, do like the loop hand, and you walk around so he stays there. He doesn't. It's Verbrong. He doesn't talk a whole lot.
And that's fine.
So unless you strike up a conversation, he doesn't say much.
She knows he's uncomfortable with conversation, especially with ladies. So she probably won it.
He does seem to have gotten a bit more used to it. He's not like shrinking away and that kind of stuff as much. So he seems a little bit more used to it. At least around like you and Rahala.
Yeah.
And Hattie too. But about half an hour or so in to your guard duty, you can hear, shuffling on the inside occasionally, Rahala and Hattie talking, or Sam and Eli saying something, like looking through things or whatever. Eli casting Detect Magic. You hear comforting sounds of activity from inside the house where you just know everybody's in there and probably fine. But like I said, about the half-hour mark, you can see something on the path that you guys took to like get here. Just outside of your like effective range of vision in the rain, you can see something is moving out there. And you can't quite tell if it's like maybe just like a tree swaying because the wind does pick up a bit, or if it's like a creature or something. Right as you're kind of focusing on it to see like, wait, let me make sure my mind's not playing tricks on me. The wind picks up even more, and the rain picks up. Like one of those moments where, like, when you've ever been outside and such, and you're like talking or doing anything else, and it's just suddenly raining harder than it was a second ago. It's kind of one of those moments where it's just like goes from the usual rain that's maybe a little bit harder to, okay, now it's a downpour. Not where you're super worried yet, but it's just, oh shit, okay, it's really coming down now. Like, if that gets worse, worries, right? Unfortunately, visibility gets a bit worse when that happens.
Yeah.
So you lose sight of whatever was moving in the distance.
Lamia will tell Verbrong, like, I thought I saw something, but it's getting too hard to see right now.
Hefts his weapon. Like, kind of stands next to him. He's like looking and like makes like a gesture, like saying to like point it out.
I mean, I'll point in the direction, but I think it moved away, which is one of the reasons why I thought I saw something.
Don't like that. Can't see. Weird magic here.
Yeah.
Death magic.
Mm-hmm. Should we tell them to hurry up?
No. They need to do what they do better. But we need to do what we do best.
True enough. Okay.
like to assume no friendlies out here. Extra on guard. If something means no harm, it should run away. But things in the woods, tricky things, I do not want to speak with if they come asking questions.
That's probably the best for now.
If something comes we don't recognize is truly don't recognize, strike first, questions later.
Mm-hmm.
He nods. Kind of takes it. He stares into that space for a little while, then he just kind of makes like a grunt, like points toward like the back of the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
He makes his way around there.
Okay. And Lamia will stand guard in the front for now.
Notice he keeps his weapon up now. Cool. So, stay out there. Now a bit more wary. You don't know what the hell you saw still.
Yeah.
The other two of you, while you're cleaning, you can hear outside that the storm seems to pick up a bit. But, aside from their little event there, you do find a few things of note. Mostly Sam. So we'll get to you second. Eli, you do notice some things that are just like, you're obviously not going to miss them. Boy, what are you doing? Lay down.
I command attention. And order peanut butter.
What are you creeping toward me for?
I could small panda eat a peanut butter and jelly through the mic.
He would be able to, too.
He's like in his blanket. I look over and he's just like creeping toward me.
And I think he had a banana earlier and he didn't share.
So, let me see. Where was it? That was it. Okay.
Oh. So they redeem another thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Ellie this time. He has 11 of them. We don't even have.
Yeah.
We have.
He hasn't even needed them
one.
yet. We've just.
Haven't yet. But I'll find a way to use them.
Oh, I have no doubt
really?
of that.
You have so many. I can't believe that.
I'm just going to start making threats to people. Not real threats.
Very figurative and imaginary threats.
So,
Dear Ellie.
you find a pair of boots that were not destroyed.
Boots?
Some very they're very soft boots. And you notice what looks like they almost kind of remind you of the leaf armor that Sam's got, like because they've got what appears to be like leaves and things that have been woven into the lining of them. And you find some faint transmutation on them. I'm not going to make you do the Arcana for that one.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
Just because this is over a long time. But in order to identify them, I need a spellcraft check from you.
Okay. Coming right up. Say as I have to scroll on my character sheet in a weird way to get to spellcraft. There we go.
Yeah, excuse me. 18. 18. 18. Keeping the 18, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're not 100% sure of what they do, but they're definitely magical boots. Just for meta knowledge, DC to identify items, and also for our audience, DC to identify items is 15 plus the caster level of the item. So it tells you in the meta that it's higher than like a caster level 3.
Oh, cool.
Okay, thank you. At least one balance tonight is fine. Out of what? You're 12, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. You lied.
I'm pretty sure it's at least 12.
You find a you find a pair of boots, and you find what are definitely the remains of a few destroyed scrolls.
Okay.
No.
But you do find a what appears to be a scroll case that looks it's like obviously magical because just there's like glowing blue runes on it, which you're like, okay, yeah, they normally don't do that. And you get like faint divination out of this.
Okay.
You can try to identify that one as well if you want.
Yeah.
Does divination stuff explode?
Not usually.
A 22. Okay, a 22 tells you that this is an insightful scroll case. Which I will link, and if you want to read that off for our audience, go ahead and feel free so they know what you just got.
Will do. Let me open that up. Alright, insightful scroll case. Let's see. Priests, wizards, and librarians of ancient times used special scroll cases to keep their most valuable scrolls safe from the elements and to cast spells more flexibly. When magic scrolls are stored inside this electrum scroll case, glowing blue runes appear on the surface of the tube, indicating what spells are on the scrolls currently stored within. Oh, that's nice. If the user has the spells on his or her spell list, she can read the runes while holding the scroll case in hand to cast spells from a scroll within the case, as though it were in her hand. Oh, that's awesome too. Casting spells from the scrolls in the case otherwise works as normal, and the scrolls inside the case are depleted as normal. The scroll case holds a maximum of 5, that is 5 magic scrolls, and scrolls stored within are protected against fire, water, and other damage.
Such as explosions.
Indeed. So, there are some scrolls stored in this case. Cool. There's 3 of you. Each of you roll me 1d100.
D100.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You got a full range of rolls right there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Pretty cool. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay.
With the anime villain laugh
Well
over here.
done, Lamia, with the 96.
I'm pretty good at getting the high rolls for some reason.
Because it's bad in D100 systems.
Not always.
Most D100
It is a
systems
system,
bad.
yes.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not. This is just a chance table for determination, which is usually good. In this case, it's very fucking good.
Yes.
Okay. So you get. Oh, the 9. Okay, so you're gonna get 2 scrolls. 9's not gonna get you a scroll, unfortunately. So you find 2 scrolls in it. One of which is written on some. It's very high quality paper, of course, like scroll paper. You can just tell by looking at it that they use some very expensive inks in this and different reagents as like a part of the scroll creation. Excuse me. Let's see. go ahead and give me a spellcraft check to see if you can try to identify it.
All right, coming right up.
Nice. Okay, hell yeah, dude. Give me 1 second. There it is. Double checking level. Make sure I got that right. Gotta make sure I do that before I hand you an item. Which means... Okay, so this one is the Wizard spell. Okay. And then making sure I get the school right. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so yeah, you identify the scroll, or the spell on this scroll is the spell Magic Jar.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is a pseudo-possession spell.
Yeah, it's an interesting spell. It's very appropriate for the other stuff we just found.
Drop that in the chat as well in case people want to look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, it allows you to place your soul into a gem or a large crystal, and keeping it away from your body. But also lets you possess stuff, which is scary.
Yeah. I know Magic Jar thanks to Ren and things he's trying to learn, and me looking at the spells I wanted to learn with him.
Right, makes sense. Okay, the other one you find. This one is stop. Yeah, you.
Oh, Harley.
Butthead.
Is he still doing the crawling thing?
No, he was licking his paw too much.
Oh.
Yeah, stop it.
He's just busy being a butt.
So,
like it's his job or something.
Right. The other scroll is written on vellum.
Mm-hmm.
And this one looks... gaudy really isn't the right word, but it is definitely ornate.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a tremendous amount of work and care went into preparing this scroll. It should give me a... do you have knowledge history?
I don't think so, but let me double check. No, I do not.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check then. It's going to be higher DC.
Wow.
Okay. You're not sure. Something is... There's... Basically, there's elements of this like, are just kind of going over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole design of it is very different. It's even... I'd say it's even pretty obvious that whoever made that scroll of Magic Jar did not make this one.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty clear, not only in just, like, the penmanship, just, like, the whole design of this thing is way different. It does look pristine.
Okay.
In the way that, like, magic items pretty much always look brand new. Until, like, you know, they'll get dirty and stuff like that, but they don't really scuff or chip or anything like that.
Right.
This scroll kind of has that to it, or almost like your clothes. Like, it just doesn't, like, dirt and other things just don't tend to get on it. Like, now, it's sitting there. There was, like, things on it until you picked it up and you shook it off, but it just looks otherwise untouched, unscathed.
Yeah.
And even holding it, it feels foreboding in a way. Almost just like you're not really supposed to be touching this or messing with it. Like, that, oh, this is really expensive, this is one of a kind, that just, like, sense of, oh shit, like, I should probably not be the person handling this.
Got it.
However, go ahead and give me a spellcraft check and see if you can try to identify it.
Alright.
If you'd like to try.
I would, except I rolled a natural one.
Alright, Eli's winning the poll. That is a shame.
You know what? At least you weren't trying to cast it.
Very true.
Yeah. At least you weren't trying to cast it, so we're good. Because that would be catastrophic. Let's see. Okay, so you definitely can't identify it. You have no idea what the spell is on this. Like, it doesn't even really look, like, just, like, kind of glancing at it, it doesn't even seem familiar to anything that you've done. And go ahead and give me another Knowledge Arcana. We'll see if you can get the aura off of it.
Okay. That's two. Two nat ones. Not a two. But
I can't even think of how to, like, put two snails in this situation.
Panda did this last time. Literally 2 ones in a row.
I know, but that was an easier situation to put them in. Okay, so you are as lost can be. Just looking at this thing, it's like, what are these even? Okay, you know, probably throw read magic on. You're like, no, I don't think I even want to read any further. I don't know what this says at all. I can't make heads or tails of it. It's made of weird stuff. It feels expensive. It smells expensive. And while you're kind of going through all this, like, manic, just, what do I do with this? What is this? Why can't I figure it out? You do notice that somehow, despite the devastation in the room, on the wall across from you, there are 2 snails on that wall. You're like, have those been there the whole time? One of them has a kind of like burnt orange type color to the body of it, where it's a little bit drab. It's not like super bright and vibrant. And its shell is very dark brown, streaked with like kind of a bright lemony yellow color. And Molly, what's the other snail look like?
Sorry, I was typing them in the snail chat. The second snail has a green body, like neon green. And its shell is not a kind of purple, like a great purple with dots of red.
Okay.
They feel like that when you wake up 3 weeks later.
In a different state, probably.
Oh. No, I was married and I had kids. I swear it was all real.
So yeah, so you can't figure out the school, Eli, but what is starting to click with you as you're like holding it away from your face, look at it closely, notice the snails, look back at the scroll. This aura is also strong. There is some powerful magic in this scroll. Yeah, don't know the school, don't know what it's about or anything like that, but it's strong.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else you might be able to glean. Do you have knowledge nobility? Hydrate.
Knowledge nobility? No.
I just hydrated. Ugh. Thank you,
Here's
Snake.
my water. Here it is. I got it.
Ignore the sound of falling water bottles.
Okay. So you know, you do obviously notice the scroll itself is sealed.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like break the seal to actually unroll it all the way. You could get it like partially apart and like kind of look at some of the characters on it and whatnot. But if you could unroll the whole thing if you break the seal on it. But you don't recognize any of the markings on the seal.
Okay. I'm gonna just hand it to Rahala, see if she can make heads or tails of it, because I assume she has knowledge and ability.
Well, even if she doesn't, she can make checks untrained.
Oh yeah.
Do we want her to do her natural 20 on this?
I don't know.
Or on potentially identifying it? Because she has detect magic,
she only
doesn't
can
she?
nat 20 knowledge checks, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay.
You can't do
Sorry.
spellcraft.
And the spellcraft is what you use to identify, so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Arcana. The knowledge Arcana is for figuring out what auras you're looking at when you're doing detect magic, but it doesn't identify the item's properties, just the school.
I mean, I think we could have her do her nat 20 to figure out.
I mean, I'm fine with that. For this.
Okay. Sam?
Sounds good.
Okay. So it puts her at 25, which, yeah, that tells her, she goes, oh, okay. That's interesting. Sam, that man, the one who turned into a zombie, he wasn't Tertian, was he? He was not.
He was not?
He was not.
No.
He was Ulyss.
Excuse me. No, no, he appeared Ulyss to me.
Huh. Well, the seal is definitely Tertian. It's from, oh gods, what was the house name? I recognize it. I've seen it on Orveo. House Orveo. It's related to one of the older ones, but one of the ones that capitulated to the Caliph, so they weren't, destroyed in the whole uniting of the clans forever ago. Ancient history, literally. But I think they're mostly in the north now, north of the mountains there. Though I have heard they're very, very well practiced in enchantment. So it's possible the scroll is of that, but I don't know. Usually you don't write on vellum with golden ink for just anything. And you said it was a very strong aura? It's possible that they've got an... I mean, they're an old enough house, they could have an archmage capable of producing something that's this powerful. That or being tricked. Could be that too, but I doubt it. Either way, this is all the way from the Caliphate itself. I don't know that he would have been able to seal it with this if this man created it, whoever was here. But I don't have any inkling of why someone would be given this and then end up here. Basically, I think maybe he must have stolen it.
Okay.
It's going to be worth a lot of money.
That's something to look into as well. I mean, not specifically that it's worth money, but that a missing scroll like this, it's got to have drawn some attention, you'd think.
Oh, for sure. And if we turn up with it, it's going to draw attention as well. And I know you're not exactly wanting people of the Senate Arcana on your tail.
Right.
That's who's going to ask questions about something like this.
I mean, that tracks. That makes sense.
So, you probably want to either hide it or fence it.
Or we could hide it in the fence.
Suppose we could do that as well.
Okay.
I mean, I'm curious why someone would have something like this, though.
You and me both.
She hands it back to
You and me both.
She'll hand that one back to you. Cool. So, you find those things. Let's see. Sam. You got, what, a 33? Yeah.
Do I find a buried trap door that I start digging up? No.
And there's just a ton of undead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally find that.
It's funny you should say that. You do find
Ask
a
and you
trapdoor.
shall receive.
You do find a trapdoor, but that's the last thing you find. So just look forward to that.
We're wrong! We're wrong! We're wrong!
Oh, God.
So the first thing you find, well, the very first thing that's gonna stick out to you is there's like a very small, like a much smaller chest than like the ones that you saw in here, like more like a coffer kind of thing. It's just tiny, that little tiny thing. It looks kind of weathered, and it doesn't look like it's very like ornate or high quality or anything like that. But none of the damage on it seems conducive to having survived a blast of pure magical force, almost like it was crafted to look this way. So the good news is it is otherwise undamaged. The other good news is it appears to have had some kind of mundane lock on it that was destroyed by the blast.
This is like
So you're able to open it. Yeah. So you're able to just, oh, cool, toss that. And
Like, I open it away from me and then
open it, nothing happens. Kind of look in there, and you can see, like, looking inside it, where the bottom of, like, where you're expecting to see, like, kind of the bottom of it, it's just dark. And you can see, like, the top of what looks like like some kind of satchel is, like, visible, but it disappears down into the darkness, like it's been lowered down into it, and it's just, like, the handle part is sticking out. So you pull for a second, and you can tell it kind of gets caught, and like twist it a little bit, and like pull it the rest of the way out. As you do, the little coffer thing you're holding, you feel it get really hot in your hand for a second, and then like the front of it and the lid of it just crack. They just split suddenly, and there's like some sparks kind of come off of it. I imagine like drop in or something, just like when it heats up. But it just lays there inert. And what you're holding appears to be a pouch of the treasury.
No.
You notice it when you open it, that, yeah, there's a lot of fucking money in it.
Okay, what else do I... Now I will set it aside where we can look at it later.
Okay.
I'll set the box next to it as well. That will figure out what that box was. It's broke now, but
Right?
is just real quick. Does anybody else like the audio. I know the audio always does shit, but the music is really.
Yeah, the
it
music's
was stuttering
really
quite a
hard
bit.
for me. Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
I know there's not much we can do about it. Well, when you're talking, it's just making it a little hard for me to understand you sometimes. But I don't think there's anything we can do because it's the thing that always happens. So
yeah, I haven't changed anything, so I don't know.
Okay. So if I ask you to repeat, I'm sorry. It's just because
Did that do anything? No,
it's still happening for me.
So it's not that setting.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I just might have to ask you to repeat yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, I've also been struggling with that tonight too. So yeah.
Nope, that meant I couldn't hear you.
It's fine.
Hold on a second. Let me just see if it'll let me stop sharing or if that fucks anything up, because I can just reshare if it does. Okay. Someone audio check the stream real quick and make sure the music's still playing.
Will do.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
I hear it.
You hear it? Okay. Just give it a second just to make sure.
We're actually not on Discord, Ellie.
Yeah, we're on Zoom, which has decided that audio ducking is a permanent thing for some reason.
But it's okay, because now I can definitely understand you.
Sorry.
Just seems like it's still playing on the stream
going?
when I just checked a second ago. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, then feel free to provide your own background music that nobody else will be able to hear.
Oh, wait.
He said that nobody else will be able to hear. He did not say play Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass doing whatever that song is that is definitely actually in our Discord because we've had this conversation before.
Okay.
Man, to just do it with freaking music. Anyways, now I'll be able to hear you better too.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, I got the box of self-destruction with the pouch of the treasury in it. I don't know.
Yes. So yeah, you got the pouch of the treasury. Do you guys take time to figure out how much money is in that or no?
Nope.
Not right now.
We can count the money later.
Yeah, cool. We can do that when we get back.
Alrighty. So just know that you get a pouch of the treasury 1 out of there. The other thing that seems to cough out of that broken box as it breaks appears to be a ring. It is a ring of... Let's see.
Ooh, what's this?
A ring of ooh, what's this?
A ring of identify. That
would be what's this, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Excuse me.
It sounds like a
double check which one it was.
Funny, dumb magical item. A ring of what's this? It's it's identify. It's I've been wondering what this magical item is. It's a sword, and it's sword. Yeah, but what kind? Sword. It is a sword, but it's
I mean, that'd be
a
pretty
weapon.
Cool
it gives you a very broad description of what it is.
Super generic example of whatever the item is.
Door.
I mean, that'd be perfect for trying to identify mimics, though. What's
True.
this? Mimic.
Monster.
I'm not
oh
touching
god.
Yeah.
New friend.
Back away slowly.
Oh no, I ain't never heard of no mayor.
They leave it to Molly to make our joke item useful.
Yeah, actually legit. Trapped chest. Oh.
There it is. That's the okay.
Friend, traitor, friend. Wait a second.
Wait a second.
So yeah, this looks like a finely crafted silver band. Which
I hope they
obviously
play greatest hits.
You don't know what the hell it is, but if you're gonna have someone else try to identify it.
What's Rahala doing?
She was examining the scrolls and stuff, but you can have her try, or you can have Eli try.
Probably Rahal. Sorry, I think Eli has been identifying a bunch of stuff. If this is happening same time-ish.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, and I also just double nat one to the last thing I tried to identify. So maybe just let me have a break for a minute, guys.
Hey, Eli. No. Okay.
Yeah,
Rahal.
I just need a bit of a break.
She gets an additional +2 to this, so she's really good at it. Okay. That's to identify. Oh, I forgot to. Let's check her Arcana just in case. 20 plus. Cool.
Hey.
Okay, so. She identifies this as a ring of eloquence.
I know that is not how you spell that.
Which I'm going to throw.
Eloquence? Yeah, that's a hard word to spell.
I think I know, but let me.
And
Yes, that's how exactly I was thinking of it. Yay!
Fine
Oh, shit,
etchings spell out the alphabets of 4 languages. Or sorry, were you saying something, Panda?
Sorry, I'm going to share what I typed because y'all can laugh at how bad I spelled.
Spell out the alphabets of 4 languages around the inside of this finely crafted silver band. The wearer gains the ability to speak and understand the 4 languages whose alphabets are inscribed on the ring. Normally, the languages don't matter. Anyway, the wearer retains the ability to speak in these languages even if she assumes a form normally unable to do so. So if you were to wild shape into a wolf or something, you'd still be able to speak the languages on that ring.
That's rad.
The ring also makes it easier for the wearer to find the correct words to express themselves, granting a +2 competence bonus on bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, and perform oratory checks. Also, if the wearer is deafened and attempts to cast a spell with verbal components, the chance of spell failure is reduced to 10%.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Hey, I'm claiming this ring.
Yeah.
You couldn't have given me this ring before! Anyways.
You didn't go in the forest!
Quick question, God. Does this work if I put it on Shrillhawk?
It is not sized for Shorehawk, unfortunately.
I mean, you can fit on like the leg, right? No, I don't know.
Like, if you found an arcane crafter or gave Valhalla money and time, she could probably make it to fit Sherlock.
I guess we need to know what languages are on it first, because if it's
if
it's language I don't speak, I don't care. I'm not giving it to Sherlock.
And also, you'd have to wrestle it from Eli first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fight you for this thing. Are you kidding me?
Oh, cool.
But, anyway,
he'll probably get that.
Yes, it does have 4 languages on it. One language is Tertian. The second language is Kashari.
Oh.
Sorry, excuse me. Fuck. Okay. The third language is... Oh, yeah. The third language is Thule. I had to click off of the page to have my notes on it. The fourth language is the weird one that Rahala kind of recoils. She's like, how in the... Necrul?
Oh, man.
That's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
I'd be careful with that. I hear speaking Necrul as a living being can have adverse effects.
I had to make teeth fall out.
So have I, or your eyes turn hollow, all sorts of things. I've never done it. I've never even read a word of it. I just recognize it.
Oh, I already speak Thule, so I don't need it.
Well, I already speak Tertian, you lug. It's not the point.
We all speak Thule, though, don't we?
No, we all speak Ulis.
Yeah,
Ulis?
we
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, that's
Ulis.
what it is. Okay.
I don't speak any of those languages.
You want some points to your bluff? Lamia, I cannot tell why.
Lamia does not speak any of those languages.
No, if we hand you the ring, then you do, and it gives you bonuses
to
that's
bluff, what you mean.
Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So you want some points to your bluff. Or convincing people. Just in general, charisma checks.
Oh.
That sounds like a you thing to have, though.
Yes, but I'm already witty and charming. So, you know.
He says with the ring already on his finger.
Well, either Paula or you, I'm guessing both of y'all are good at the spelling, casting stuff.
Look, I don't really want to know Necrol, I'll be honest. At the same time, how could I pass up the opportunity to know a language I probably shouldn't know?
Yeah, just don't say it.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that one on. My mother's Rallian. I don't know if you've noticed. They're quite superstitious people. Some of that's hereditary. I don't really want to wear that.
You know, it's perfectly alright, seeing as I've already put it on.
Just do be careful if you ever speak that. I don't want your teeth to fall out.
I don't either. I like having teeth. I was about to say, please, it's me. Of course I'll be careful, but that's the most obvious lie I've ever told in my life.
That actually translates to a single word in Necro that you say instead. No.
That's rude.
Sam finds a ring of eloquence, or a ring of what's this. And then finally, yes, Sam, you do manage to find a trapdoor that was pretty difficult to find.
Sweet. Tap tap with the broom.
Yeah. You don't even, like, when you notice it, you're like, okay, where the fuck is the handle? Like, how do you get into this thing? Which is actually a whole separate check. You know it's there. You don't know how to actually get into it. Because you don't even see the seams. It's just a very clear area that is, like, hot, like, not, it doesn't go all the way through to a foundation.
Mm-hmm. I'll look around to see if anybody's looking at me. Okay, now I'm going to do whatever check.
Show up, just what
it'd
you
be perception,
doing.
but it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Oh,
depending on what you roll. But this is the last thing you find, so this is like the end of that hour you spent.
I'm going to be investigating this. Okay, what's going on?
All right, go ahead and give me a perception.
You're not going to grab a tree before trying to roll it?
I mean, I'm sure that this broom is made of wood.
Wood. Nature's metal.
Oh, Ellie wants to remind you that, hey, there is a D4. And you know what?
I don't think a 25 is enough, to be honest. It said pretty high, so.
I don't know.
That is fair.
I don't know either.
Probably best I don't figure out how to.
Did you?
Maybe if I slap it.
Guess
it
what,
was a
Ellie?
25.
They can't hear when you do that now, Ellie.
Yes, that's true because we don't have shared audio anymore.
Yeah.
I
think I already said no.
So. Yeah, he did.
It's fine. Sorry. Looking through it, the best way you can figure out to get to this thing is to tear up the fucking floor.
We're brown. I will. I'm sure there's something in here to draw with. I'm going to point arrow at it. Draw on the ground. Okay, find it later.
There's several vials of smashed vials of ink and broken pieces of chalk. So.
I reach over and dip my finger in the ink.
What was the second language you said? Was it Kasari?
Kashari, yeah.
Kashari? Okay.
Is that what the Kasir speak?
No.
Okay.
They speak Kasiri.
Okay, that's what I was just checking because
Kashari is undercommon equivalent.
Okay.
It's actually the equivalent for other stuff too that just hasn't come up, so I don't have it on the list. But
just because I didn't know, do I spell this with CHA or is this sorry? Yeah.
Oh no, it's in the language sheet.
Yep, it's in the language sheet.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, probably everybody else gets done, and I'm sitting there like, how do I? Just investigating the trapdoor.
Did you find something else?
I think yes.
Hattie's gonna go over. Is it the bug?
No. Part of me doesn't want to open it or figure out how to open it, but I think there's a trap door here.
Oh, weird. Like it goes underground?
Yeah, I don't have good experience with opening trap doors that go underground.
You don't say.
100% flooded.
I mean,
It's
probably.
flooded.
Unless they got basement pumps or sub pumps, because you got to get those installed. If you got to. I mean, it could just be like, I guess it's a good question. Was this house like flat, or was there a step up to get in? Could there be
I'm
a
awake,
crawl
Ellie.
space?
What are you saying? Wake up, Molly. For? I'm just.
It's a step up because there's a crawl space and stuff. Like it's lifted.
Okay. I mean, it could just go to the crawl space. I mean, probably a possum down there or something. Or undead possum.
Maybe, but to be fair, we haven't looked under there.
I don't know. But the only way I can figure out how to do this is, start tearing up the floorboard, which I probably need to do in here anyway. Looking around,
some of it looks pretty rough now.
Listen, Sam, I've got a very important question for you, which is, do you think you can open that floorboard before it's time for us to leave, so I don't have to be out here at night in the creepy dark forest with the necromancy everywhere?
No. I think Braun could, but I don't think I could.
Yeah, you would need some tools, and it would take some time.
Yeah, you gotta at least get a crowbar, I think, in theory.
Yeah, a crowbar would help for sure.
Oh, you mean one of these? Pull out a crowbar? No, I don't think I do think I have one of those, but I'm not going to just hand you a crowbar right now.
Gave you a ring.
Late morning, so 10:30, so 1:30.
We're married, man.
We'll say it was about, it's roughly 3:30-ish p.m. right now. And, it's going to take like 3-ish hours to get back.
I mean, I got to clean up here later anyway, so it's probably another day trip at some time. Unless y'all really want to see how it's underneath the, in the hatch. It's probably an unimaginable amount of gold. I mean, maybe it's another really big gold piece.
We don't even know it's in that sack of treasury. Speaking of an unimaginable amount of gold, and I was wrong. I do not.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sack of treasury. Where is that?
I do not have one of those. So I have a hammer and some pittons, but that's not going to help.
There were some tools and things in some of the storage in here, so we just don't know everything that's in there.
I mean, when y'all look at this and see if it's magic, I don't see like a ring on it or anything.
I mean, I will detect magic.
Okay, give me a knowledge arcana after you boot.
Yes, doing it now. Oops, that is not where knowledge arcana is. There.
A very strong necromantic is in the
Nice. It's faint abjuration, but you don't see any runes to read on it, so it's not explosive runes. There's no writing. And then give me a spellcraft if you want to try to identify the effect.
Yeah. I've learned my lesson for today before trying to pry things open. Today. Let's see if that lesson sticks. Oh, 2.
Okay. So you're not sure what the effect is, but yeah, you're like, okay, at least it's not going to blow up. But to your knowledge, there's not a spell that does that doesn't have runes or reading involved.
Yeah. It's not going to blow up yet from this. Maybe from another thing.
Right. So it may just be something to make that part sturdier, or you're not really sure. But
or alarm. Alarm's abjuration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know this.
Yeah, I've got Nothing that'll help us open this. I was gonna say, got some sun rods. I've got some sacks. I've got some
You need to take a nap or something. I don't think you're
pitons,
doing
chalk.
What side of the bed did you get up?
I want to leave, Sam. I want to leave. I don't think you understand. I don't want to be out here in the dark, mate. This is weird, and I don't like it anymore. And I've been exploded once today. That's my limit of times I can be exploded per day is 1.
I was also exploded. A little bit less. I only had like half explosion.
Only slightly exploded.
Yeah. And you didn't have to murder a dead guy here, so.
You're right. I didn't. But the fact that somebody did have to do that, and then we ran into a creepy, evil phylactery box that you punted into next week is not. I'm not a fan of this area. I have past trauma with houses and exploding necromantic magic, and I'd like to avoid it right now.
You have trauma with houses? What did a house do to you?
I did something to the house, and then the books tried to kill me. I'm not doing this again, all right?
All right.
He did say he was attacked by a book once.
That is true. The minute books start flying, I'm out. I'm just leaving.
All right, we can go.
See,
It's like that guy with the fax machine in Juhon. I'm out.
You see Rahala about to cast Mage Hand, but you look at her and she stops.
I'm gonna go over here and say a bunch of cuss words, and you'll be entirely focused on me and not Rahala. Darn.
Well, she's gonna make a book float, but
that'll get me to cast Shadow Weapons so fast.
So, Hattie does chime in and say, "Well, there is one good reason to open it, because then it means you don't have to come back, and because we do want to know what's under there, right?"
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I definitely do.
And we may not have a Verbrong next time you come out here. Where are those tools at?
It's just so like, okay.
I've resigned myself to my fate. Let's just get it open so we can leave.
Just don't blow me up this time.
Yeah. I'm going to take 3 big steps back. I'm not opening it anyways. Let's be real.
Okay. So you're going to start working to tear up the floorboards over there and try to get this thing open. Mm-hmm. Do you go get Verbrong? Or are you just going to go find the tools and between you and Hattie get it done?
I mean, he would do it in twice as fast. Yeah. But I think he's guarding. What he said, but in reverse. They're doing investigation things. They're doing guard things. Let them guard.
Okay. So it's just gonna be you and Hattie. Cool. We'll cut back outside. Lamia.
Yeah.
You're still surrounded by the woods. How's that feel?
It's still hard to see. Imagine that.
Are you enjoying being out in the nature though?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. The trees are nice. And if you're maybe you'll see an axe beak. Sam always gets to see the cool stuff.
It is true.
It would be kind of dope to get to see an axe beak.
I just want to make that very clear now.
Though it would suck at the same time because it's like, oh man, don't come to me. I'm gonna have to strike you down.
Yeah, it's true. So while you're standing at the front, Verbrong's at the rear of the house, probably just tense, waiting for anything to give him a reason. You notice the chickens start losing their fucking minds. They went from just making chicken noises, just being kind of noisy birds like they are a lot of time, to just suddenly they're all the fucking warbling and bird noises just all pick up, and you can see them from where you're standing, so it's not like, oh god, I gotta run over there. You can see the coop, and you can definitely see them just acting up. You can see just a kind of a ruckus in there for a while. We're not sure what happened. Did a fight break out? Did chickens do that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, they're animals.
They definitely do that.
Yeah, they're animals, so it's it could have happened, but right as you're kind of noticing it, it's starting to be do I need to go see what the hell's going on? Because it's getting, like it's like getting worse to that. Like at first it was like, oh shit, they'll probably tone down in a second. Then it gets worse. Then it gets worse. And it's like, oh fuck, I need to go do something. And then it like just very quickly dies down to just like normal chicken noises again.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, even though it will scare the chickens, she will go over there to see if she could see something that, they were reacting to.
As you're approaching, the racket picks up again, as expected.
Yeah. Yep.
And, I mean, you're trying to get it close enough to be able to see inside, just in case something's, so you can, like, make sure nothing else crazy is happening, or if they're reacting to, like, sensing something or whatever. So they are freaking out when you get close. I need a perception check from you. It's not an easy check, because there's a bunch of moving, panicking chickens inside that coop.
Yeah. Oh my
And that's
gosh,
just, I'm assuming you guys, closed them in for now. You didn't just letting them wander, so yeah.
This is way before we got here, but I probably fed them or put food in there.
That's fair.
Because I'm a good person.
Right. Okay, so 14. You don't see anything weird or out of the ordinary. You don't see any blood. Like, none of them are bleeding. You don't smell any blood. They seem like they just don't like you. And maybe they were reacting to the weather or something. You're not really sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, then.
You kind of look up and you see Verbrong at the back of the house. He's like peeked out from around the corner. And he's kind of giving you the look of like, what's going on?
Yeah, okay. She'll move away from the chickens, and it's like they were making like a huge racket.
So you have to like shout it to him unless you're walking over to him, over the picked up rain and stuff. So you like shout that over, and he kind of nods, looks out into the woods, and like goes back to wherever he was standing. You start moving away from him. They stay kind of freaked out for a little bit, and I imagine you kind of keep stealing glances over there, just like you're not sure if it's you or like something else happened. Like you didn't really figure that out, so I imagine it still kind of bugs you.
Yeah, because I don't know how far away I need to be from animals.
I would test that, but
a roll of thunder hits overhead so close, everyone jumps. Because there's no, like, lead up. It's not like, oh, it started raining really hard, and it was like, oh, damn, the storm's picking up. Boom! It's just out of nowhere. Boom! Throughout the house. And so imagine everyone fucking jumps.
Like mid-crowbar.
Right.
You're like, did I do that? Like, you have that moment, like, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like right on like the heels of that, you can hear the rain has picked up even harder. Lamia, now you're getting concerned. Because it's over the course of an hour, like you didn't notice it, and yeah, you guys know you didn't roll super high on your survival checks or whatever, but it didn't have the signs that this was on the horizon so close.
Okay.
So now you're getting a little concerned. You're like, okay, this is already gonna suck going back, but if it gets worse again, we are staying the night.
Okay.
Like 100%. There is, because it'll be too dark by the time you got halfway there. That it would be super dangerous.
He's like, my evil plan has worked.
Lamia will go ahead and peek in. It's like, hey guys, it's getting pretty bad out here. It might get worse enough that we have to stay here.
So yeah, for the rest of you who are in that room doing stuff, you hear when she opens the door, it's so loud outside.
Yeah, she's speaking loudly too.
Like you'd have to be shouting at this point. And even then, like you could hear the door, but you're just like, wow, like wind and just rain. And she's just like, hey guys, it's really fucking bad out here. Like, it's just instantly way worse with the door open. You can start hearing like the windows and stuff are rattling a little bit. But surprisingly, there is still enough light that you're like, okay, we can. It's gonna suck. You will be slowed down. It's gonna take you a little more than the 3 hours to get where you're going. Just not a ton, like because you know the way, thankfully. But it's definitely at the point where you're like, okay, We only have a little bit more light. As soon as it starts getting dark, it's gonna be absolutely black outside.
So she'll more specifically say, yeah, we probably want to leave like now if we want to get home before it gets the extra worse.
I mean, I can't. I only got like one board.
Right.
No, things are gonna get inside. I look over at Eli and I feel like, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. So why are you even looking at me?
Paula, what do you want to do?
Well, it's really creepy out here. Now it's loud and creepy. As much as I don't want to go out in that storm, I don't want to be here during it, honestly. And Hattie's just like, oh, but we're already here and there's enough room for everyone. Like, I think if this is actually a basement and we go and, like, get anything bad out of it, because you guys are here, you can tell if there's bad stuff, we can just throw it in the woods, and then we can stay in the basement if we want. We'll be extra safe. Unless it's
Throwing things in the woods is not an appropriate solution.
Yeah, we can sleep in the basement of the zombie house.
Or we don't have to go in the basement, but we can at least make sure it's not got stuff in it, and make sure the place is otherwise safe, and we won't be caught out in the woods while the storm is going. Verbrong joins you at the front door, Lamia, and he just leans over your head, so that like your head is peeking into his over yours. It's just like, storm is bad. Are we staying or not?
I vote not. So let's just please go.
Eli, you are the chief, right?
Sure. Not the word I would have chosen, but I'll take it.
Then we leave.
Yeah, let's go before we get stuck here.
What is the word you would have chosen?
Another fucking roll of thunder hits.
Thunder roll. The lightning strikes.
Like everyone jumps, Verbrong just like growls at the sky. Stop.
If anybody can intimidate the sky into being quiet, it's you, man.
All right.
The chickens are freaking out again.
I hate it. Okay, let's go. I look at the thing, and then
Hattie sighs.
Yeah, I know.
Grabs stuff. Okay.
I mean, we beat up one zombie. I bet you and me could take it.
I very much want to know what's in that basement. You have no idea how much I desperately want to know what's in that basement. Tomorrow.
Well, yeah. Fine. We'll leave. And we get to count what's in this treasury pouch.
We might not be able to come out tomorrow.
That's true.
That is true, but my point still stands that I don't want to be stuck here more than one day either. You just made an excellent point. If the weather is that bad, do you really want to be stuck out here multiple days?
I mean, I don't care either way.
You're telling me you don't care if you're stuck multiple days in the necromancer's house that had a book with the title Lord of Bones that exploded in my face.
Well, I didn't know
and
necromancer's
house
was.
Former.
Sam hunted, or else it would have exploded in all of our faces.
And it's now Sam's cheery cottage home in the middle of the woods.
So
it
wasn't necessarily direct,
true.
But two of you have made points that may sway Hattie's opinion. So I want a diplomacy check from Eli, and then Sam. Default, it's diplomacy, but if you can argue a different skill, feel free to.
I don't.
Wow, I roll.
For your diplomacy, I'm going to give you a +4 because she really also wants to stay and just got back from Aroa, so she's grossly overestimating her abilities.
Did you already put your +2 on yours for the ring?
Part of me wants to make up some bullshit.
+2 for a ring.
About it's too dangerous to leave now. because of the nature of the outside and use my nature roll to give me a bonus to like bluff or some shit. But no, I'm just gonna try and diplomacy.
Okay, you gotta beat a 16.
It's a flat ass roll too. Okay, no.
Yeah.
With a +4.
Unless I add luck.
You're welcome to luck it if you like. Either of you or both of you are welcome to luck your rolls.
Quick, use it before you can.
I mean, that would be the way you could beat it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Because you had a +4.
Yeah, so you're at a 13.
Yeah.
You got a basically a 50% chance to beat it, or you have a 25% chance to beat it. But anyway,
yeah. Well, you make a good argument, and I don't want to.
You don't have to be swayed. Just
if y'all don't want to sleep over, that's fine. I don't have enough blankets for everybody anyway. I mean, we could make do.
I think we could.
I still have the blanket that nobody likes.
I'm not touching that blanket.
We could all sleep under that.
If you burn that blanket outside right now, I'll sleep in this house.
I don't think we could burn it.
I will provide fire that burns in water. I will find a way.
Listen, guys, I don't want to live through Evil Dead, okay? But also, ew!
Thank you for encapsulating exactly what I was thinking about this entire time.
I'm so worried, dude. The whole time I'm worried that, like, oh, she looked at the chicken. Yeah, there's just, like, some kind of terrible, like, cryptid in there. I'm like, no!
Well, she didn't roll very good on her checks, so...
I didn't know.
Possibilities.
Like, Shirotabi, but a chicken, you know? Like,
right.
Guys, watch those stories.
Right? It's just missed the one chicken standing stock still with red eyes just glaring back at her. Yeah. All looks normal in here.
How many chickens did he have? Okay.
Anyway, I guess we're heading home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Hobby is a chicken.
I don't know if I can say this on stream.
Don't.
I'm just so you know I'm actually crying. That was that funny to me. Oh man. Alright, yeah, okay. So we're leaving. Cool. Great.
Okay. So you guys gear up as quickly as you can. Except maybe Sam lags a little bit. Man, where did I put my boots?
I guess I will say, hey Sam, you might want to check on the chickens because they were unruly.
Oh, my alarm system's going off?
My alarm system.
I mean, it's kind of what they are.
It's not wrong.
Go.
Not wrong at all.
Is there a snake in there? Let's go.
So you check on the chickens.
I mean, I say it kind of under breath. I don't know Eli's. I immediately get my E-license and go, okay. I check my chickens. My chicken checker.
So you check on the chickens. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
What the hell happened to mine? There's one. Perception. 3. Or 18 total.
18.
But,
I mean, you still rolled. I mean, actually, we rolled the same roll.
Is this close enough to the forest? No. That would make it a 20.
You are in the woods, but you're specifically checking a chicken coop that's not
Yeah.
like part of the forest. So,
It has to do with chickens. I do have animals favored. Maybe.
Sam, just
it
do
does.
a
Like,
luck
give you a bonus
dice.
on perception.
Yeah.
Does your favorite animal?
Mm-hmm. It does. +2. Yeah.
Then that does count.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
it's at a 20. Are you leaving it at a 20?
I'm rolling luck. A 1. 21.
The DC was 21.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because of course it was. Okay. So you peek in at the chickens and stuff, and they look kind of normal at first. And you're about to be like, okay, it's fine. It was probably just Lamia scaring animals like she normally does. Another roll of thunder hits. Boom! Like, it kind of like, shit. You have to take that moment to like sort of pause and like settle yourself for just a second. And in that last little second you took, something does look a little off. The chickens obviously scrabble around and stuff when thunder hits again because they're like, "What the shit? Oh my god, I know it's happened 3 times before, but what could it be?"
Yeah.
But they do in terrible menace.
Yeah.
They do seem to be like avoiding just like a little space over there. As you're like kind of taking a second and like looking over, like you just barely can see between them. Fuck. Yeah, there's a dead chicken in there. You don't know what happened to it necessarily, but you can definitely tell there's one prone, like at the bottom, kind of just underneath all the other ones. You can just kind of barely see it sort of pressed down in sort of the corner there.
Oh, shit.
And it's like obvious, like the head's, like the neck isn't facing right. You can tell like one of the wings is broken, and it just doesn't look like it's probably been in there for a second, and all the other ones have been like moving around and stepping on it. And oh fuck, it just moved. Like it moved. Like it tried to get up, and another chicken stepped on it. So I imagine you take a second to pause and be like, no, hold on. Nah, that's probably the wind. Anything could have done that. But no, this thing tries again. You see it kind of, the feet scrabble and like the wing moves, and it starts to try to lift itself up again. And a couple of the other chickens they're still just moving around. They just like step on it and push it back down as they're just naturally, they don't seem targeted. It's just that they're naturally jumping around and being crazy. And then they leave it alone for a second. They seem to get away from it, like they don't want to be by it, and it starts getting up again.
God damn it. Guys over here.
Scream that back towards the house.
Got a dead chicken!
You and Verbron.
Undead chicken! Dead, re-dead chicken! No.
So Lama, you'd be the closest because you're at the front of the house and outside. Eli, I need a perception check for you to see if you even hear Sam.
Alright, coming up.
Yep.
But Lama, you'd automatically hear him, so you can.
Okay, so yeah, she'll go.
A 10 is enough. So Eli, you hear him? Do you start heading outside toward the chicken coop?
Yeah, I'll head that way.
I just like grab it? No. Do I whack it? No.
So you'll get there whenever you feel like you would probably get there, but Lamia, you definitely get there first.
Why aren't you just killing it?
Just make sure my chickens don't get out and I go in the pen.
They're more scared of me than they are of that.
Yeah, don't make sure they don't
freak it out.
Yeah.
But they won't move toward you, Lamia. So if you stand at the front of it, they all like crowd around the back. So Sam, you have to like push and kind of wade through them because they're all like packed. Now standing on top of the dead one.
Mm-hmm. I will try and grab it up by the feet.
Okay. Give me.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a CMB just because it's a difficult space to work in.
Sure. I was really like, do I grab it by the head or do I grab it by the...
I'll be right back.
Okay. Because if it's a zombie, I don't want it to bite me. But if it's an undead chicken, I don't want it to spur me.
Right.
Like, I don't want to grab it like how you normally grab chickens, where you just kind of have their wings pinned. Mm-hmm. That way they don't like beat the shit out of you with their wings. But yeah, CMB.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's not a very difficult check. You just have
I've grabbed the chicken before.
So you just walk over there and you've got it, and it immediately starts thrashing. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be able to. Even just looking at it, you can see that the other spurs and like the talons and stuff of the other ones that have just been stomping around and moving have split it open, and you can see like part of its ribs. It's grotesque. The neck is broken for sure. One of the wings is definitely broken. This thing is DED dead. But it starts to like flap and like thrash, and it's just making these like clicking, choking noises at you. And like it's trying to attack, but it can't. As afraid of that as the chickens are, they are still more terrified of Lamia. So they still don't escape, but it's it is chaos where you're standing.
Mm-hmm. Sir,
unfortunately, I have to treat you as if you were inside of a swarm because they are.
Oh God, no! This is how Sam dies. A storm
the chickens
of chickens
is how Sam died.
Oh no!
Don't worry, they're not. There's not too terribly many of them. However, there's a lot of beaks and spurs going around, hitting the exposed parts like where your armor's not. You're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage, and you know that's gonna just keep happening while you're still in here.
Yeah,
I do need a fortitude save real quick to see if you are distracted. That is a quality of swarms. Yeah, beat that. You made your save. So it's obviously frustrating and annoying, but you're going to be able to take your full actions. I'm assuming you're just getting out of the coop.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then.
I could cast Speak with Animals and be like, calm the fuck down, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But I think that's too much time. It's a standard action.
Standard, you will have to make
I would have to
check as well.
Yeah. No, I'll just leave it.
Yeah, you can always do it when you get out, but you can definitely get out. So you're able to exit the coop with the zombie chicken. It's still thrashing and it's like trying to attack you, but considering you are wearing armor, I'm just gonna rule it probably can't get to you too good. And you roll nat 20 on your maneuver check, so you got a hold of the thing. You managed to get out of the coop. Imagine like Lamia staying there, like make sure it gets closed so nothing escapes when she walks off. I'll say probably now Eli walks up since he hasn't spoken up just yet. You definitely have gotten there, so you see Sam coming out of the chicken coop pretty scratched up. There's like a bunch of feathers on him, and he's got what's clearly a agitated and should be dead chicken in his hands.
Just kind of like, I just point at it. So...
Zombie chicken. Do we want to keep it, or should I just like...
Why would you want to keep a zombie chicken?
It might be worth money.
Who would want a zombie chicken?
Somebody.
Spellcaster.
Yeah, look, I hate to be the person to say this, but I guarantee you we could find somebody to buy that zombie chicken in under 15 minutes. But
okay, so I don't speak much about who I worship and such, but I like Rebirth, and she doesn't like that thing.
Well, I don't like that thing either. I'm just saying that someone would buy it.
Chickens have souls?
It's undead!
They do indeed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Basically, no...
Yeah.
If a deity is like neutral or good, they are super against undead in this world.
Mm.
Not necromancy, but undead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
All
like
right.
it.
Well,
yeah. The chicken, not the undead. I don't really.
You want to ask us some questions? I know you can speak undead now, right?
Look, I'm first off not doing that. Speaking undead. Secondly, I've seen you talk to chickens.
Exactly.
You don't get very much with them.
Can I speak with dead chickens though? No.
I see dead chicken. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll tell you mechanically, it's no longer an animal; it is undead.
Yeah, it's undead.
So,
Yeah. It's like I like to ask my leather armor a question.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like,
It was a cow once. So what do you do with it? Do you execute the thing?
yeah.
Good.
I'm like, hey. Just
All right.
give it a. I mean, should be pretty easy. It's probably pretty torn up to begin with. So.
well, you would
what's your
think
strength
so.
score?
It keeps not being dead.
Or not score, your strength bonus.
3.
It's 3. So roll me 2d3 plus 6. It's effectively a coup de grace. They just can't die of coup de grace.
2
This is mostly just for description.
plus 6.
Yep. It's automatically a critical hit, essentially. So double your
That
strength
roll?
and double the dice. 9 points, yep. Like you pull the head, but like part of the spine comes with it, and there's just like instantly a bunch of guts like slough out of it because this insides and stuff weren't in the right places anymore already.
Yeah. Oh god, like a bag busted on me when I'm taking out the garbage. Like,
And so it just, like, it breaks, and you definitely heard it, and it continues to move for 6 or 7 seconds before it finally stops.
All right. I look at the head. I'm like, is it like? It's the only way I can explain it. Now, no, okay.
You can see, like, you feel like the movement's just sort of slowing to a stop, just because that's how it kind of works.
How the hell did that thing become undead?
There's a necromantic aura everywhere here. I wouldn't be surprised if that had something to do with it. So you think that something
killed here will become an undead?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Or potentially things could slowly become undead here anyways. That's. I didn't think that specifically was why we needed to leave, but that is why we need to leave.
Look at the chickens. I gotta ask a question real quick. Oh. I was like, hey, speak with animals. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is.
I would like to speak to a group of fucking really wilding out chickens.
Hey, you recovered it.
Nice. I get to put that pit back on.
Nice. There's another roll of thunder as you finish your spell. Big howl of wind comes through, and you finally finish. You internalizing the power of Mr. Gaia, and immediately hear unhinged screaming from the chicken coop.
Color me shocked.
Just incoherent screams, and then you hear a couple of distinct voices inside, just like, no, he got rid of it! He got rid of it! He got rid of it! Hey, listen, he got rid of it! He got rid of it! Just like going on the same thing, and someone else is just like, let me out! Let me out! Just hear like nonsense fucking happening in there.
Oh, yes.
And very muted, just like, you can hear some unbothered voices amongst the chickens as well. Just like, just stop freaking out. Move. Don't bump into me. Like, that's just like very minority out of all the rest of the craziness going on.
Hey, sweeties. Hey, over here.
All right, give me this will be wild empathy, which is essentially your charisma plus your level. Your charisma plus level.
So 7.
Right. So
I don't have a charisma plus.
And then because you're able to speak with I'll modify a DC.
120.
Go ahead and roll 1d20 plus 7. Yep. Natural 1.
Oh God, it can talk to us. No, that's all I imagine.
So you're starting to talk to them, and you can see a few of them seem to like perk up, and then one of the other chickens screams, "Snail! Snail!" And then like someone else screams, "Poison! Ah, it's poisonous!" And yeah, you can see there's a snail in the chicken coop. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys! It's like its body is like a very pale, kind of like pale beige type color. Shell is like black, brown, and white, just kind of spackled kind of colors. The snail seems to be trying to like move along the wall to get out of the coop. Obviously, doesn't want to be in there. They're not even trying to eat it. They're like afraid of it now.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah. Guys, what happened? No, just calm down. What happened? What happened to that one? What, guys? Yeah.
I'll allow you one more roll. The DC is a bit higher now.
I'm just like kind of like. I don't want to use dad voice with chickens. 1.
May as well practice because you have, a few harpies.
Yeah, get out that voice you're going to use for them harpy babies.
Right. 23, that's really good. Keep the 23. God, yeah, that's fine. You guys can't hear it. I gotta stop reacting.
Thank you, Ellie.
Oh, was that a luck?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
God damn it.
No. I love that. No.
Sheesh. Okay. So 27 is definitely enough. So you see several of them kind of stop, and a few of them look over towards you, tilt their heads. One of the ones that you could tell was like angry at being bumped into, like seems to like flap its way towards you. It says, Margaret started acting weird, really weird, and then I don't know, I think she was sick, and then she stopped moving, and then she started moving, but it was wrong. It was wrong, I tell you. Margaret wasn't Margaret no more, and we knew it, and we knew she couldn't be in here with us. So we took care of the problem. We took care of it, and then we made sure to make sure she was taken care of, and then she kept not being taken care of, and we was real scared. And then you came in here and you just pulled her head right off, and some of us were discussing whether you're going to be the new master here or not. But I'm telling you now, that cinched it for me. I think you own the place now, and if you can take care of those kind of problems, then I'm in for the long haul. And a couple others were like, right on, sister. And someone was like, let me out!
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my goodness. All right.
10 out of 10.
When she start feeling sick? Was it like yesterday? The day before?
New master, it's hard to tell because it's so dark out here all the time and it's always raining. But it was right before the last time we had feed.
Right before the last time I had feed. So like when I got here, I fed you? It was before that?
Yeah, it was when that real big chicken was out there. When we came back, it was right before that. She was feeling pretty sick.
All right, guys. I don't think this was anything we did. I think she was just sick, and when she died, she turned. All right, well, that means I guess I'm going to leave y'all in here. I was going to let y'all run out here so y'all could... I didn't know if it was safe, but I think it is still safe here, and I want y'all to be safe, all right?
All right. Nobody else in here is feeling sick right now, but if they are, then we're going to get it taken care of.
Yeah, y'all take care of the problem. Y'all are in charge while I'm gone.
Should we... New Master, should we pull off the head if something like that happens?
Oh, yeah. I think that's either peck it real hard or pull it clean off.
You hear another chicken... Oh, I'm not doing that.
That's fine. I don't expect you to have to defend yourselves. That's what I'm here for. Or eventually somebody will be here for. I get a hound dog out here to keep some things away.
A dog?
Or one of them big chickens. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if I've ever met a dog before.
I pause to think of like a dog ain't gonna do shit about axe beak. Like in my head, I was like,
it will warn you that it's there.
Yeah.
Maybe I can bribe the axe beaks to like protect the farm from other things. No,
you can talk to him technically.
Yeah,
so.
but hey, look, I like y'all. I don't want you eating my chickens though, because then we're gonna have a problem, and I don't want to have to get rid of y'all. So like, yeah, as long as y'all don't eat my stuff, I'm not gonna bother y'all. But no, that's whenever I see the axe beaks again.
Right.
But yes. Okay. Well.
Boom! Another roll of thunder comes through. Wind is howling like crazy now.
We gotta go because we're not staying here tonight. Y'all take care.
Oh, y'all not? Oh, all right. Well, we'll hold down the coop. Right on, sister. Yeah, we will.
Do you need to feed them again, Sam, before we leave?
I mean, like once per day is usually fine. But I'll give you all extra feed since y'all did such a good job.
They all get real excited.
I put like another serving and then a little bit some because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to it. So.
Yeah, that's fair. So they start eating. I'll have Lamia. You can do this one since Sam was preoccupied. Go ahead and give me a survival check real quick.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, bro.
I need to make sure my chickens are okay.
Okay. Who else has survival? I think Varbrong does.
Varbrong should.
Yeah,
and Hattie does. Okay.
Too late. Have to stay now.
That's exactly what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Like all three of us roll crappy, and it's like, no, we gotta stay. That's not super. That's not crappy.
That's Hattie's.
Let's see what wrong survival. I'm interested to see if he puts any points into survival.
Or he just does. I just don't know what it is right now. Where is his sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Where am
I? thought I had pulled up the group of them, but he's not on that one.
Where is phone?
Where is phone?
New rule I just made up. If you give us a gift of luck, you get to name one of the chickens. No, I'm not trying to sway our audience.
Yeah,
not in the
name
slightest.
The dead ones.
Dead ones, plural. No.
More could die. Okay.
More could. More could.
Oh.
Okay. It's Hattie's. Hattie's check is the best one.
Yep.
She's shouting. Everyone, I think this storm's coming from where we have to go, and it's getting really bad. I don't think we should leave, and I'm not just saying that because I want to stay and fight zombies. I'm worried we're going to get caught in it before we make it back.
Shit.
I'm not really sure. We're either right on time to make it back to the city, or we're going to get stuck about halfway.
Well, let's leave right now. I think that's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna throw that chicken in the burn pile, but we're leaving.
Right.
We'll be cool being stuck halfway.
Rahala does not look like that's a pleasing idea, but as soon as you say we're going to move right now, Brown just starts. He picks up whatever he's got.
That
and
helps.
Starts moving.
All right.
Right now means right now.
Walking. Yeah. I guess we're walking.
Alrighty. So you begin to head back down the trail. Is there any last minute shit you wanted to do, like quick stuff? As in, like, you can run, do this, and then catch up immediately. Like, no extended stuff.
No.
We'll assume you closed whatever doors you want to close, right? You got all your stuff.
And Ellie says the first chicken is named Cooper.
Adding it to my notes.
Yes, first chicken is named Cooper, I guess. Oh, yeah, and I'm assuming you guys are taking everything you found, or are you leaving anything behind?
I was
take that scroll, or...
Yeah, I was planning on taking all the stuff we found.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So you guys begin to head back. Sam, I presume you are leading, because this is your route. So we're going to need a survival check for navigation, because the visibility is terrible.
Forest.
You are in a forest. You also get another +2 from aid. There's like 3 people who can aid you, so I'm just gonna assume one of them is.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
And then I had something else. Oh my god. Never mind. Just go ahead and roll the check. Oh yeah, that's I'm assuming you guys are hustling. I'm assuming you guys are hustling.
Oh yeah.
As in, like, basically taking. There's like 1 hour per travel session where you can move extra speed. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be going quick.
So 27. So that's all inclusive. That's everything.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yes.
No, you're not modifying it.
Not unless like my woodland stride. That's only for me though.
That's
go ahead and do the luck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
31. Okay. 31's gonna get you the first stretch.
First stretch. Oh,
first stretch. Yep.
Hey, as long as we're halfway there.
So you guys you get through what's essentially one of the easiest part, because you're just like, yeah, this is right on the way back. You are noticing though it is way harder to navigate. It's not even just that the visibility is poor. It's like that. It's a combination of that. How hard the wind is blowing is making the terrain look different, because the trees are swaying so hard. There's like a little bit of debris in the air. There's a lot of just like mist and like natural fog. So it's definitely testing your survival skills for sure. And you guys are like trying to move pretty quick too, so there's basically no margin for error. You're pretty sure moving in this, you fuck this up once, you could be lost, and you could be lost for a while. It just doesn't become as apparent until you've like been traveling a bit, and it's obviously getting worse as you're going because you're heading towards the storm itself.
Storm.
I imagine
are we about to do the title?
Storm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So
I said the thing.
sorry, I have to pee. And I would have caught
Roll
that,
credits.
but you guys. Ooh, neat. So
do we slow down?
you guys are after that first stretch, this is where you would probably take your first like very small break. Pretty much just like make sure everybody's there, make sure everybody's gear is there. You like check yourselves, take like a quick breather for a second, just regroup. Probably Sam saying like, hey, this is what we're about to run into. Make sure you stay about this close together. Like, there's just like some instructions going out, but you have to like kind of huddle because it's so fucking loud. If there's any RP briefly you want to have, now's probably the time to do it. I'm gonna run to pee real quick, and then we'll get to the next stretch after that.
All right, you guys got to stay close together.
What? No.
Yes, I said, make sure you have clean underwear. No, I'm just like yelling. What do you think you hear?
Oh gosh. No. Yeah.
Half a man is a bear.
Who has hair?
Like, that was like, we're halfway there. Like, is what I was
Who
like.
cuts the hair? Anywho, no.
Ellie's other chicken is Popeye for her name.
Yeah,
But she also gave the DM one.
Yeah.
So he has like 14.
Yeah,
That's going to be a fun battle whenever we
because
do
you know
our
he
first
saved
battle.
him for that.
Yep.
No, I have Cooper, Margaret, Rip, Popeye, and Rip as in rest in peace, not rip the head off.
I thought it was Rip as in Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, she wants the bad one to be Balthazar.
Balthazar. The name of Captain Holt's goiter that he gets in the episode where him and Jake get mumps.
Is it goiter?
Goiter. Yeah, the big growth on his neck.
Oh, that's what that smell is. Okay.
Goiters? You have goiters in your house?
No.
Oh.
You need to wash your goiters.
No, I kept smelling something and I was like, what is that smell? And it's my half-eaten dinner.
No. Smelly smell.
Smelly smell that
smells
smelly.
Smelly.
Yeah.
What is that
Well,
from?
it's an impossible burger with mushrooms on top of it, so.
Is it,
What smells like mushrooms then?
is it SpongeBob SquarePants?
The smelly
Mr.
smell
Krabs
smells
saying-
smelly? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the one where he
Anchovies. Yeah. Anchovies.
Yeah.
Mushroom.
Any actual
Okay.
roleplay we need to do? It's
Yeah.
just-
I mean, it's pretty much just us shouting at each other to go.
Yeah. I had to make sure I unmuted myself to stream also. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
that is important.
so
Mhm.
you guys have grouped up, had brief conversation, whatever you needed to do. And we will get to the next leg of the trip. This is the second of 3 checks. Okay?
But we
Gross.
got legs.
You know what?
Knows how
We're
to
gonna get
use them.
We're gonna get lost and find our way to a hidden temple.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yes. The silver snakes have found the hidden temple.
Sam, same roll as last time. And whoever wants to roll perception now would be the time to roll perception.
What was that?
I guess I'll do that.
Boy. A 19. That's not bad. Okay. You rolled a 2 on the die. That's not great.
Oh, maybe we have another die.
Nope.
Does not appear so. It does not appear so. Well, the problem is Molly has the die.
Oh, the die.
Oh,
Yeah.
The die.
But you know what?
The die of dies.
I guess I should probably change it, because if it's been on one person, hasn't been used this whole time, that should be evidence that it should be a thing that is just to the group. The group can just only have one at a time. Sound fair?
I think so.
Or she can decide to use it for my role. I don't know. It depends.
That's true.
I didn't know I could decide for anybody else's.
That's not what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's better than anybody being able to use it. Of somebody deciding, yeah, I want to use it on this person's role.
That's true. Yes, I can allow Molly to elect.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want
Sam, I would like you to roll a die again with my fortunate fate die. Thank you, Ellie.
Now it's gone. And it's gone.
Okay.
That's a bit better.
I was like, come on, roll a 2. Oh, well. Okay. So 28.
I mean, I did roll a 2. This is what I rolled first.
I wanted you to roll another 2.
Oh.
That would be my luck.
Okay. So that's 28. 28 is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
28 is pretty solid.
It's not good enough. That sucks.
So we have perception check of 21.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys continue. Sam, you've had to navigate when it was awful before, when you guys were on your way to the mines. And this trek is reminding you of just how fucking stressful that was. Granted, then you guys were like completely kitted out and like totally prepared for a long journey. So there was at least a little bit of confidence that like, okay, look, if we get lost, we can get along for a bit, wait out the storm if we need to, and like fend off any attackers. But like,
it sucks.
Now, and oh god dang it. But yeah, it's reminding you of those stresses. So excuse me. You're pretty sure you guys are still on track. Eli, you have the new Fortunate Fate die. You're pretty sure you guys are still on track, because some things, like as you get close to them, like you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's one of my markings. So you're pretty sure you guys are still good, but you're just trying to keep the even pace. You know you could slow down and make this easier, but no, hell no, it's gonna get worse. So far, you're pretty sure you're still on track. You just need to make sure everybody stays together. Lamia, with your 21.
Yeah.
As you guys are moving, it's barely enough to notice that while you guys are moving, you see some kind of movement in the trees and stuff next to you. So you've been you kind of, you're on alert, kind of watching it. You're trying to see, like, oh, did I notice something? You're trying to signal to Verbrong, hey, I saw something in the woods,
Yeah.
I imagine Verbrong's bringing up the rear. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's hard to be insane to try and attack that rear person.
Right? But it didn't look like it was moving like alongside you, like keeping pace. You just saw some kind of weird movement, looked over and pointed it out.
Yeah.
It's right after you gestured of Verbrong and you kind of start turning your eyes back to the woods. You see what looks like just the shrubbery and vegetation that you guys are kind of following next to you to keep track of so that Sam can make sure he finds his marks and that stuff. It all sort of shifts in an odd direction, like something moves within it, like it's not the same direction as the wind. And you see what looks like a long vine snakes out very quickly and wraps around Rahala's foot.
Oh, fuck. Let's see. What? I'm trying to think if she would immediately just attack the vine, or she'd actually say something out loud so people can know.
I imagine you say something as part of whatever your action is.
Okay, yeah, she'll attack the vine and is like, Rahala!
Okay, so you attack the vine. Roll me an attack with your, I'm assuming your halberd is what you brought with you.
Yeah.
Oof, 25 on the die, nice. Oh, no power attack on that?
I didn't think to do that because it's, panicky and like, oh god. So I didn't add it to the thing.
The question is, are you trying to hit this as hard as you can and damn the accuracy, or are you being tactful and tactical?
No, she would try to hit it with not accuracy, as hard as she could.
Okay, so that's power attack. It's not a thing you have to sit there and think about in character before you do. It's like,
okay, so -2 to that, so it's a 23. Oh wait, Furious Focus. That's right.
Furious Focus, yeah. So that means you're at +6 to damage.
Yep.
On that.
Yep.
So that is 15 points of damage. Yep. That definitely hits the AC. Okay. So you slam the blade of the axe head of your halberd onto this vine, probably expecting it to split, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. But you definitely cut into it. Whack! You can feel the head of the halberd sink into the mud. And you can see this vine seems to raise, almost like you can imagine that, how a cat arches its back. It just raises up. Can't quite push the halberd up. And it slips out the side of it and lets go of Rahala's ankle and snakes back very quickly into the woods. And you can see some kind of reddish, it looks like blood, just spurts up out of where it jerks away from your halberd. So Sam,
there's walking bushes.
Well, you saw a vine, but yeah.
Yeah.
So Sam, as you're thinking, as long as everybody stays together, you hear Lamia shout. You don't quite make out what she says. Look back, and you see she's got her halberd up, and there's some movement on the leaves and stuff. And you see Rahala's clutching her chest and scrambling away. Verbrong gets a hold of her arm, and is pulling her away from the woods. And, Verbrong looks at where you hit the thing, Lamia, and you're there's walking bushes. And Verbrong just gestures with the axe, just keep going. And he's now watching the woods, of course, too. Kind of pulls Rahala back over towards the group, and she grabs hold of Hattie, who grabs the back of your arm, and she's holy crap, that was close. Good eyes. And you guys continue.
Yes. Oh god.
Because otherwise that would have been you look back and where the fuck did Rahala go?
Right?
That would have been bad.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Listen, Mr. Guy, you gotta control your nature.
I don't think she's got anything to do with what's going on here.
No, it's nature, right?
It might be Fae stuff.
Necromancy in nature sounds a lot more like the Bone Lord, because we learned all about that, where it's a necromancy weird colic roll. So
So, you guys make it through the second leg of your journey home. And on the final leg, I need one more survival check from you, Sam. Same bonuses as before.
Great. Like Tony the Tiger. He's pretty great. Furry awakening for many people.
Is that true?
I thought you were supposed to do survival, not perception.
Oh, did I do perception? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So what's your,
Okay,
what's your
I got
survival
confused.
bonus?
Survival is 13. So 2 less. So it'll be 24.
24. Okay. And hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Are you keeping it?
I don't have any more luck.
I mean, you can try. It doesn't hurt us.
Bit in a forest. Yes. Yeah, I had the same bonus.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, the same.
Yeah, no.
Okay. We didn't know.
So this is an
What
accurate.
if I have one now? Go ahead.
Well, now it'd be too late. So that's your accurate check. It's 26.
Yes. No, it'd be 24. 24.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's 13 with the forest bonus.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's 24.
Yeah,
All right.
It would be 2 less than this one because my perception modifier is 15. My survival is 13.
Okay. Okay. And then that 13 is including your forest bonus then.
Yeah, because that would be part of the +4. That's part of the modifier.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
I'm looking at the
Understood. Yeah, I understood.
7 plus 15
My bad.
plus 0 plus 4. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 24. So, fucking hell. So after that craziness, whatever, you got to get back on track.
fuck out of here. I say it to myself in my head.
You got to get back on track. So you start moving, making sure you're finding your stuff as you're going along. Just a couple times you have to kind of go back, and no, there's my mark. Got it. Okay, and then you keep moving. It does feel like it's getting more difficult. Because, like I said before, you're moving towards the storm, into the storm. So it is getting darker. It is the rain's picking up even more. Like visibility gets to the point where you're like, you can see just a little bit in front of your hand, in front of your face. After that, it's all instinct. And a 24 fails. Not by enough that you immediately get hopelessly lost. Basically, you're getting towards where you're going, but you're starting to miss stuff and not be able to figure out like, oh wait, did I go the right direction? I can't see the rocks. I can't see the sun. No. We've walked too far. I haven't seen my mark. We need to backtrack. And you're having to do this thing where you backtrack several times. And it just dawns on you. They're like, look, we're going to have to slow down or we're going to get lost. We can't keep the same pace we've had. That's what hits you. Mechanically, what that means is you don't quite make it yet. You've had to backtrack too many times. You don't make it out of the woods to the point where like you can easily get to the city. You get another check. You can slow down, which means your next check is going to have no specific penalties. Sorry, let me say the full thing. If you slow down, there's no penalties on this next check, but you have to make 2 more checks. Neither will have a penalty. They'll both be the same DC. Or you can try to keep at pace, or you can even go so far as to hustle again and just let everybody make their fortitude or their constitution checks and see if they can keep going faster. But the DC is going to increase, and it's not a tiny increase.
Yeah. I think we're going to slow down. Just I'm turning around like I basically am yelling to try and see what I'm saying. I'm not actually or fake yell. I'm gonna get us lost if we keep going at this pace. We have to slow down. It's gonna take longer to get out of here, but I think it's safer in the long run.
I mean, I'll just do the big thumbs up from behind you because I'm not trying to yell into the storm.
And perception from everyone else. Or anyone else who's going to do it. Obviously, if you don't roll, then I can call on you for something else. But if you roll perception, more of you rolling is better.
Well, I'm not going to roll perception because mine's trash and they rolled well.
That's fair.
But also, I want to roll for something else.
Okay. Perception of.
Okay.
That's very good. Very good. Okay.
All right, another fine comes out. I'm there. I'm ready for it.
So Eli, so you're not rolling. So that is
Snake. You could always gamble the snails you have and try and get them. I got a ×5 on the draw a card recently, so I'm back up in those big numbers. Not that I can use them.
Yeah.
But yes. Sorry.
Not that we encourage gambling.
In a digital sense with only snails, it's fine. Do whatever you want. Also, it's your money, you're an adult.
That's what. Okay. So, Eli, what I want you to roll is a will save.
No, okay.
Oh.
Fine.
Well, at least it's you. I think you... Well, you or Sam have the better will save, so...
Sam has the best will save, I bet you.
And you do have a fortunate fate.
You do have a fortunate fate.
I don't think I'm going to roll better than that.
Oh, yeah, he rolled a 13 on the die, so...
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to roll better than that on the secondary roll. So
any luck for either of you, or are you trying to save that for Sam?
I will try and save that for Sam navigating us out of here. I don't want to mess with it.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with my 30 perception that I very rarely get to, so yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You don't have any particular bonuses against illusions or anything, do you?
No.
I don't.
No, the guy who rolled a roll save.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't believe I do. No. I mean, other than I use illusion magic, but I don't think I have any bonuses against it or for it. You know.
Okay.
I have spell focused illusion if that helps, but. It does not actually help with any of the saving throws.
Don't think it does.
No, it just adds +1 to my DC for stuff I can cast. That's about it. Yep. So, but I have spell focus.
I didn't think about that though. Give me 1 second. Plus from where you're from. Okay. I'll tell you the DC was 19, but I'm fine with giving you a +1 based on your focus and your background. You do notice part of the terrain is illusionary. Like that doesn't tend to happen naturally.
Yeah.
Do you have a knowledge local?
I do have knowledge local, yes.
Okay, give me a knowledge local real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So all I can give you with the 12 is that like you have heard just rumors, local legends, that kind of stuff, that is one of the things that makes the wilderness so dangerous when it's raining, especially this hard, is that you can run into like naturally occurring magical illusions and things where like the terrain itself seems to misguide you. They think it's of course like fey influence and that kind of thing, but as far as you know, none of that's ever been just like, there's no like reputable source that's documented this and gone over the effects and studied it. It's hearsay. So there's every bit as likely a chance that there is something nearby using illusions to misguide you. However, because you were able to see through it, you notice that, yeah, it is making some of the trees appear like they're not in the right place, but you may see through that. Or it's even some of the marks Sam has made, the illusion seems to cover those up, and it's making you seem more lost than you are. That's going to lower the DC of your other 2 checks. Not by a small amount, either.
That's good. Yeah, I'm like shouting that up to him, obviously. That we're dealing with wonky stuff.
Lamia, with your 30, I know this is before we make Sam roll, but with your 30, yeah, you're pretty sure you do see more movement, and you know it's got to be fairly close for you to notice it, just because of how much, how shitty the visibility is. You know it's got to be something close by. You can't hear it because it's way too loud, but something is definitely moving with you guys. Whatever it is not like bursting out to attack or whatever. It's keeping its distance, that you only just like occasionally notice something moving the way it shouldn't in the woods, like just opposite the way everything else moves. Or you see like a shape that doesn't quite fit the vegetation and stuff moving there. Something big's in there. Something big. Think maybe like size of like a bear. But it's probably not a bear. Well,
just probably not.
Yeah, like you know enough about nature and stuff like this. Isn't really ideal conditions for a bear to be out in hunting. And it's not even the right time of day. So it's probably not a bear, whatever it is. And then I imagine Eli says something about the illusions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that your gut is telling you something's out there waiting for us to fuck up.
Okay.
And apparently trying to get us to fuck up.
So it's like, yeah, I think I see the thing that's doing the thing. Fuck you.
So you actually yell that at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Eli, is Lamia grounded, or do you think she has justification to scream that right now?
I mean, you know, I'll still yell language at the top of my lungs through a storm.
Do you say Spanglish?
So, Lamia, you scream "fuck you" into the woods, towards like the shape when you see it next.
Mm-hmm.
Verbrong is gonna like take up a cue from you, and he beats his sword onto like the armor on his shoulder. He doesn't have a shield, just clang like super hard, which like it's gonna throw your shoulder out. Never mind, it won't. You're Verbrong. So it's like this loud clang, clang, and he just roars out into the woods, and then Hattie's like follows suit and just lets out this guttural roar into the forest.
What the fuck is going on?
As much as I know you want Verbrong to lead it, you are leading this intimidation check, Lamia.
Oh,
but
I'm sad, but
I'm gonna give you a +4 to this.
Oh, okay.
I believe in the you that believes in the me that believes in the One Piece.
Don't turn off.
I like One Piece. Freaking love that stupid thing.
I rewatch that every once in a while, and I just die every time. I just randomly watch it. The +4 is added on that.
The +4?
Right?
Oh, you rolled a 4 too.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's Eli's. It's up to him.
Yeah, it is up to him.
Yep, that's the rule. It's a unilateral thing, so you don't get to refuse it. If he decides you use it here, you use it here.
Sure, I was gonna save it for Sam's check.
Yeah,
he's out of here, but
it's 100% up to you.
But if we scare off the thing that's making the illusions and also might eat us, that sounds good.
Okay.
So go for it. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a better roll.
That's a hell of a lot better. You keeping it?
The 4 is added on that.
Mm-hmm. Are you keeping that, or are you gonna modify it?
You know what? Let's see. Luck.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a luck.
Yep.
Oh,
shit, whoever did that.
Not anymore, though. That's all of it. Okay, so 23.
Yeah.
So, Lobby, you guys scream and roar into the woods at where like something was moving, and you see this form of it stop. And briefly, you catch a glimpse, thanks to your low light vision, of a large creature that seems to have like an amalgamation of like a person's face if they were fused with a horse. And this like long, just gangly hair hanging off of its head. And you see these big white, like moon-eyed stare coming back at you from the woods. And you see this like long, lanky arm with these just huge fucking claws on it. Just like grip onto the tree next to it and just stares at you for a moment. And you see the mouth come open, you see just rows of little sharp teeth. Oof. And you hear this just... and it's fucking crazy, like, large size, skitters off into the woods away from you.
God, that's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
And we terrified it! Good job, Verbrong! And Eli, thank you for the reroll.
Hattie does not have low light vision, so she doesn't see this. You have low light vision, you see this. Verbrong is an Avarok, and they have very good dark vision that goes out quite a ways. And also low light vision. So you can tell that he sees it, and you can tell because he seems to like square up, and you see like his whole body tenses. Like, what the fuck is that? And then it runs off, and he like stays facing that direction and keeps moving. But you do manage to scare it off. All right, we're at the end of the night. We just need 2 survival checks from Sam.
I believe in you, Sam.
I don't know if you have any spells or anything else that can help you with these rolls.
I pull a pine cone off, and I cast all food on it. Eat it. No,
I don't know how that's going to help us, but go for it.
I'm fortified. No. His name is the Colonel. Okay. Sorry, I got to add this into my notes real quick. That we have another chicken named the Colonel.
I just think of So I Married an Axe Murderer. The way you said that. Where he's talking about the secret society. He's like, the Colonel.
Oh, Ellie
puts
gave another lock.
Addictive substance in his chicken.
That's not what he needs.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Well, actually, it does, because it's a skill check. So it's not an automatic failure, but an 18 is pretty low.
Yes, it is.
All right, Sam and Eli are tied on ones tonight.
I'll roll luck. Hey, 4 max. Okay.
I dropped the DC to a 22.
Woo, buddy.
Thank you, Ellie.
All right, so I almost had you. You were so close. You had a 25% chance of getting that. You fucking nailed it.
Goodness.
You know, it's fine. We have one more roll. So this gets you definitely back on track. Having the illusions pointed out, getting rid of that thing took some of the stress off. Sam, you feel like you're on a roll again. You've got Eli pointing out, like, hey, I think one of your marks over here. You go and like touch it, like,
Boop.
oh shit, there is
another name.
Yeah, Boops.
Yep.
So you're kind of on a roll. You're starting to get a little invigorated. Like, you guys might actually make it out of here without having to camp.
Wait a minute. I've seen that snail before. We're on the right track.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to describe a snail. Eli, it's
fine.
Describe the snail.
Sure. It's got a purple shell with a teal body.
Purple shell, teal body. That
like a lighter purple, like a violet, like not like a violet, like a lavender. I said the wrong purple.
And cotton candy
like
snail.
lavender.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Survival.
Yep, we're on the last survival check.
Look, I'm gonna roll.
No drama.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll somewhat good.
Okay.
And
so you start to feel pretty invigorated. You've been out here now for sure at least 3.5 hours. This roll is like starting the 4-hour mark or so. With very small breaks in between. Everyone is starting to flag and get kind of tired. You know, if you're out here any longer, people are going to start getting fatigued or exhausted or worse. because it's so humid. It's sticky out here. Like, terrain is difficult. It's just a hard fucking trek. But right as you're beginning, like even like you, Sam, right as you're beginning to start to feel the kind of just wear and tear of this travel, like, this is getting pretty grueling. You see your mark that indicates the beginning of your trail. That tells you here's where you start. Oh shit! Hey, we're out of the woods, and you say that, and like, some people are like getting excited, and then you're like moving forward, and there's still more trees, and so they're probably like, "This doesn't feel like we're out of the woods." But Sam, you're out of the woods.
Yeah,
you're out of the woods.
We're out of the woods.
You pick up speed a little bit.
The phrase, not literally.
RP it. Yeah. So if you want to RP that, like making that discovery, you're starting to pick up speed to get the fuck out of there.
Oh fuck yeah, we're out. I mean, heck yeah, we're out. What were y'all yelling at? No, I don't want to know. Let's go.
No, I don't want to know.
But the rest of you, I get this would be pretty much right before we start making Constitution checks, right?
Yeah.
So the rest of you were like, you're drenched in sweat, even though it's humid, so you're not really. You're just covered in, but you're hot, and you feel tired. And he says that, you like move a little bit further, and you're like, fuck, there's still more trees. What do you mean we're out of the woods? But then finally, you get to the point where like you reach out, and there's no tree to touch. And you look over, there's not a bunch of vegetation. It's just grass. It's tall grass from the wetlands. And you can see even those of you who aren't trained in survival are like, hey, that's my footprint from earlier. This is the out of the woods. So I imagine you guys just hustle as hard as you can towards Saigon. And you guys get to the outskirts, where you like see the guards and stuff standing out there in their ponchos and standing under the little like awning lips of like the walls and such. As you're like approaching out of the mist and fog and rain, as soon as you see them, they have weapons out. You're like waving at them, and they're just like, "What the hell are you doing out here? Get it, go!" So you guys are walking through, and they're kind of like eyeing you for a second, and one of them like opens this gate all the way up, and
I'll stop and like, I thought we could make it back. Probably should have stayed.
You're crazy. Fuck. Get indoors. Go. The storm is awful. It came out of nowhere. So you guys limp back into the city. I'm assuming back either to the office or to the inn, wherever you're deciding to go. Lamia, I imagine you're probably not going out and sleeping in the woods tonight.
Nope, I'm just going to be a terrible person and sleep in an alleyway instead.
We'll under a session. So yeah, you guys make it back unscathed for the most part. A little bit of damage from chickens, a little bit of an explosion, but nothing major.
Chicken damage.
But you make it back to the city and don't have to stay the night in the presumably cursed cottage. And that's where we're going to end the night.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for attending.
Yes, and, this was fun, everybody.
Yeah, we'll definitely see y'all next week. Yeah, in the poll.
Outcome for the Snell poll was a tie.
Tie?
A bloody tie.
Yep, you and Eli rolled two snails.
We both rolled 2.
I get to read all Ellie's comments on her luck dice.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, I guess it's time to do the plugs.
Yep.
So I think like the European plugs are overrated.
Pinned in the chat on this is the Discord link, but if you're watching the replay on YouTube, we also have a Discord link in our channel description. We have
YouTube.
A YouTube channel that you can watch all the replays on. They come out on Mondays, so that you can catch up on everything or go back. We have some cool one-shots and other fun things on there. If you want us to do another one-shot, we need more followers on here.
Yeah, followers and subs and all that.
And subs, yeah. So we can do more goofy one-shot stuff. We also have a Patreon that has lots of fun videos and podcasts and reviews and bonus content that's just coming out all the time. Making a TTRPG has moved to that. If you subscribe at the very lowest tier of Patreon or any other tier, you get access to Making a TTRPG if you want to watch that again. And then
good job, you Ellie. You're once again the VIP tonight.
We have lots of other social media platforms and things you can check out. Who are we rating?